And just like that, we are live once again on a good Sunday. Not the Lord's Day, but a Sunday nonetheless. Um, yes,
Yes,
yes, yes, yes.
this was on Sunday.
Mm-hmm,
A little
mm-hmm.
thrown off because I was about to say on a good Saturday, but thankfully, shout out to my co-host for correcting me, getting me together, getting me back on track.
Mm-hmm.
Ken Carey, I'm Troy,
I'm Damon.
and we are back at it with a live review for you guys.
Yes,
Season
yes, yes,
finale
yes.
of Chasing Atlanta, season
We here.
7.
We made
Shut
it.
it down, baby. We did. We made it. Never would have made it.
Yes,
But
sing
we
it.
here, baby. Yes,
Yes.
season finale,
Mm-hmm.
Chasing Atlanta season 7, baby. Before we get into the dynamics and the dimetrics of this review, shout out to the people who are going to join us on this live review.
Yes.
Shout out to the people who are going to watch this
Can
on
I just
the
highlight a couple
replay.
comments? Shout out to
Yes.
Jocelyn, Jocelina,
Ooh,
beautiful,
oh yes, thanks for
beautiful
being here.
profile pic. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
Um, Not Rolling Revenge said y'all fired.
Y'all fired.
Damn.
Hey,
Well, I
what
mean,
we do?
Dominique got the job. Shout out to her. So we was never hired in the first place. Roll on Revenge.
That part. Yes.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to the great
Dom.
Dom.
Thank you for being
Yes.
here.
Mika's in the building.
Yes,
Thank you
good
for
to see
being
you,
here.
Dom.
Yes.
Shed
Chef
Pearl as
Pearl. Shout out to
well.
everybody in the
Yes,
motherfucking building.
yes. And
Yes.
Jazzy Go, 1498. Thank you for being here.
1498,
Good to see
baby.
you guys.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the
Yes.
building. Shout out to everybody that's here. Again, shout out to
Hmm.
everybody who's going to watch this on the playback.
Yes.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. We're still
Hmm.
on our journey to 1,000 followers, slowly
Yes.
but surely approaching. So,
Yes. 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 Yes.
yes. So, shout out to people who are going to join us. Motherfucking review, baby. The
Hmm.
season finale. I said this finale was a key. I'm sorry. I see Althea's in the building.
I
Shout
was
out to
gonna say I didn't want
Althea.
to cut you off,
I see
but
Trey Carter in
yes,
the building. Yes, I
shout to
see
Chicago and yes,
Shot Town in the
Althea.
building.
Yes, thank you for being here. Not Shy
Yeah, shout out
Fly,
to
but
every.
Shy Town. Different, different. Shout out to Althea. Thank you for being here, girl. Trey
Yes.
Carter. Thank you for being
Thank you
here.
for
Good to
being here.
see
Shout out to
you.
everybody that's in the motherfucking building on this
Yes, the
Sunday.
unusual Gemini.
Yes.
Ooh, come on, Gemini. Y'all season about to come
Period.
up. Not before Taurus though. You gotta get through Taurus
You
before
know,
you come on.
anywho, yeah, shout out to the sources. Gemini
Yes,
in the
yes, yes,
building.
yes.
Dom is a Gemini. I'm a Gemini.
Mhm.
Sorry, I'm
Mhm.
rambling, getting tongue tied, baby. This
Yes. This
finale was interesting.
finale. Mhm.
Um, a lot of emotions, not on my part, but I feel like
A
from the
lot
cast
going on.
members, a roller coaster of a vacation.
Yes. Somebody
It's
play Mariah
crazy
Carey's emotions.
that part. I think Mariah. I think that might be a whole different type of
Different type of
emotion, baby.
situation. Okay.
This might be a
Is
little bit
it?
more.
Is it?
I think so. Mariah was soft and whistling and hitting her runs, baby. This over here is just nonsense and foolishness.
Yes.
So we're not
Yes.
gonna. Anywho,
Agreed.
this episode was a roller coaster, and it's crazy because when people kept um the cast members were talking about this trip, I was expecting us to maybe get like another episode after the finale to kind of see how everybody kind of deal with like the backlash of I guess the fallout from the trip. And the production said basically shut this shit down. So I'm
Right.
mad at it because I don't think I can take another episode of nonsense. But the finale,
Yes.
I thought the season overall it had its highs and its lows. It started
Mhm.
off
Agreed.
super fucking strong,
Yeah.
and then it just kind of got stuck on the Althea and Redacted, and then Carl and
Mhm.
Tramell versus Ken and Q.
Yeah.
So this season, it did have its moments. Like I love the performances. I love getting to know the new faces. And I'll continue to say this. Some of the new faces really cemented their place the season they came on. They
Agreed.
grinded. They were
Agreed.
hustling. They
Mhm.
were literally about their chase. And then again, it's unfortunate that the drama had to, take the driver's seat. But overall, I was entertained this season. This honestly was
Agreed.
probably better than the previous season of Chasing because there was
I
a
agree.
bit more structure.
Previous as in
Um,
chasing Orlando or previous
Chase,
as in chasing Atlanta
Chasing Orlando,
season?
yes,
Oh,
and then the previous season of
okay.
Chasing Atlanta, baby. The previous,
Okay.
I was really talking about the previous season of Chasing Atlanta, but since you put Orlando out there, yes, it was better than the previous season of Chasing
Okay.
Orlando, and then better than
Okay.
the previous season of Chasing Atlanta. But let
Period.
us know
I
in the
agree.
comments how you guys feel
Yes,
about
let
the
us
season
know.
and the season
Yes.
finale.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you feeling? Because I know you got some thoughts.
I'm feeling good, and since we're speaking on the entire season, it's been interesting. First, I want to thank everybody that came through and showed us love this season. I feel like we've upped our viewership at least from this season, so I appreciate everybody that came through, the cast members, Everybody, a little bit of everybody popped through too, so I appreciate that. But yeah, this season, I think it was okay. Like you said, it started strong. I do feel like some people got bogged down by the drama and the group dynamics that it's almost like they forgot that there's a chase here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's okay. Definitely some standouts though. Definitely some people that I
Hmm.
want to see come back that have cemented themselves in this franchise. I appreciate everybody showing their story. Well, I guess what we saw of them, but yeah, I wanted to see just a more in-depth look into these people's lives, and I don't think we got that. Instead, we got kind of a focus on the petty drama. And I
Hmm.
don't know. I just feel like years and years from now, I don't feel like that's what's going to be memorable. I think what's going to be memorable is us actually seeing real, not to say this wasn't real conflict, but like more, you know, I guess more just of them and more of like their actual lives versus the petty drama.
Right.
Um, and I feel like there was like a mix. I'm trying to stop saying so much. So sorry, everybody. But I feel like there's a mix between like drama that's almost too serious is kind of draining, like the Althea and Nova situation, versus like the petty drama between um
Quentin,
Carl and
Kendall.
Quentin and yes. So I feel like there's this weird middle ground, but overall I think it's been a decent season. I wanted to see more Chase. I wanted to see more of these people's lives, but I did enjoy what they put on the platform. So I appreciate Chasing Atlanta, the production, especially for giving us this season. So yeah, that's our thoughts.
That's that
Definitely
part.
let us know. Oh
Season.
my God,
That's
it's
that
so hard not
part.
to say but let us know your thoughts in the chat and also in the comments. We appreciate everybody's perspective. Yeah. So do we want to move
Especially
on?
the cast members who be feeling like, especially the cast members
Let's
who be
address
feeling like we
that.
be picking on them and
Let's address
singling them
that.
out.
Yeah, we gonna get to the review, but let's address that. I don't think anybody knew this because I didn't put anything out about it, but somebody was definitely supposed to come through and give, their take on their experience on the show. Based off of how they felt about us in previous comments, I don't think that's necessarily a good idea. I'm really not trying to argue with nobody. You can
True.
come up here and give your perspective, but to go back and forth and do all that is a no go for me. It's never that serious.
Hmm.
But yeah, I feel like there should be some grace to them for them because they did put their lives on this show. And like, I don't think most of us know what it's like to be attacked and not necessarily attacked, but just all these eyes are on you. Everybody's critiquing every move that you make. So I feel like there should be some grace bestowed to everybody on the cast. However, you did sign up for this show. So it's just kind of like at this point, everybody knows how reality TV works. Everybody knows that once you sign up for a show like this, you're putting your likeness in the hands of the producers.
Right.
So if you're like, oh, it didn't happen that way, okay, well, let me know how it happened, but don't get mad at me for reacting to something that was shown to me, you
That
know?
part. That
So
part.
there's this weird thing of, oh, you're creating a narrative, you're doing this, baby, I don't care that much. I'm just reacting to what I see.
Yeah, I'm just reviewing.
So whatever I saw was what I experienced. It's not a
Hmm.
narrative. I'm not trying to craft nothing. This is just what
That
I
part.
see.
That
And
part.
instead of understanding that, it's more so like you have a objective, and it's like, no, I don't. I really don't care that much.
And then I think for
Yeah.
me, it's interesting that people are always like, "Oh, you guys are trying to spin this narrative," but
Hmm.
they never actually can.
Pinpoint what the narrative
Yes, the
is,
issue, yeah,
or
what the actual
yeah.
issue is. It's
Hmm.
always like very vague in their
Yeah.
I guess their response to I guess the review or whatever. So there's never
Right.
been any actual like you said this or you attacked me because we never attacked anybody. But I say all that to say like shout out to the again to the cast members who come through.
Yes.
Shout out to the cast members who can kind of tell the difference between somebody attacking them and like constructive criticism because I feel like
Hmm.
a handful of the cast can understand constructive criticism. And to those 30 plus adults who can't tell the difference, I feel like you guys have a little bit of growing to do. That's no shade.
Yeah.
That's not an attack, but
And
baby,
I feel
like
like
Damon said, you on this platform, you signed up for a show, people are watching you, really can't feel some type of way about people reacting to what they're watching on TV. People feel like you're
Right.
fake. You know what I mean? Just if you don't feel like you're fake, if you're secure in yourself, then people's opinions really shouldn't bother you unless it's an actual direct attack. But
Right. And I said
anyways,
this before. I feel like these people, this isn't the real you, if that makes sense. Like it's you, but it's you under certain circumstances.
mhm.
Like I don't think this is the way Q or Sammy or Nova or anybody on the show acts just in their everyday life, maybe. I don't know them. But I feel like that's something that we always talk about, how it's like it's a show. Like I don't look at this show and then look at you and think this is actually you. This is, it's a curated show. That's reality TV. So I feel like some people take it personally, like, oh, this is how you see me and this is the only way you see me. And it's like, no, I understand that this is a show. This may not be who you are outside of the show. But yeah, I guess that's our little spiel about
Yeah, we
how
kind
people
of
feel about
don't
us, but
like. We always give people like their tank.
we
So,
do. We do.
like if we see people being positive and on these shows, kind of doing their big one and just
Mhm.
focus on
Mhm.
chasing and grinding and kind of just being networking, baby, we can acknowledge that. We can appreciate that because that's what the shows are about.
Right.
From the very beginning of Q's fashion show all the way
Mhm.
down to Sammy's performance or whatever. Anybody
Right,
who was
right.
under shit, like we literally like gave you your flowers. So
Even the hot dogs, child. Shout out
I
to
forgot about
Sebastian. Even the
Sebastian.
dog. Even the
I
hot
forgot about
dogs.
Sebastian.
Even the
Sebastian, no
hot
cruel intentions,
dogs.
baby.
You know,
That twink was having them.
yes. Yes. We need to get into that. Shout out to Cruel Intentions.
Anywho, let's get this review thing.
Um,
We the rolling.
yes.
Come on, let's
Tussle
go
with
through
that black man. You know what?
it.
Anyway,
I'm gonna put you in timeout. I'm gonna put you in timeout.
oh my god. Okay,
Anyways,
so let's get into it. Shout out to everybody. Definitely keep leaving comments in the chat. We will go back and read them
yes,
for
yes, yes, yes.
sure. But we want to get this review moving. So first, I want to say once again, shout out to the promotion for
Mhm.
the show. As you know, that's production. But yeah, I'm just very happy that they are using this platform to talk about healthcare, especially queer oriented healthcare, providing services for like HIV and just, maybe even like trans people, non binary people, just, sexual health and just gender affirming care is really important, especially nowadays when they're obviously literally in our face trying to take those things away. So it's just really important to know that there are still things out here that people can utilize. So I appreciate that because I feel like this is a perfect platform to show that that's something that is still out here and that you have access to.
That's
So
that
shout out
part.
to them for that. And let's move on. So we are back. We are back at the debacle between Dom and Carl, the saga that never ends.
Mhm.
I think that this is both a mix of annoying but also funny. To me, it's like your two drunk uncles going back and forth after they've had a
Very
little too
much
much to
that.
drink, and one of them has lost spades a little too many times,
That
and so
part.
now they're going back and forth.
That part.
That's what this is giving to me. I just, yeah, I think it's funny them being in each other's face. When Dom was like, "Get your drunk ass on," that sent me. And that's when I was like, this is definitely giving two drunk uncles just going back and forth.
Baby,
And
I'm still
I'm
standing on
kind of
this
here
is
for it.
the new wife versus the old wife.
It's
Deep,
also giving
deep,
that.
deep, deep cut.
It's also giving
I've
that.
been meaning to mention this like the last
Is
like
it
two
giving Boo
reviews.
Boo
It's
Kitty energy?
not Boo Boo Kitty, but more so
Okay.
Tahiri Joe and Caitlyn. When you love a man, that's what it's giving. That's kind of what it's giving. So
Silly.
Carl will be Tahiri, and then Don will
Okay.
be Caitlyn. Baby, don't
Okay.
get comfortable because you ain't even met the other side yet. Like you just
You
got
ain't
here. So
even, yes.
this is what that's kind of giving, baby. Know
Also, a
your
little bit of
place.
Tara and Amina. And if it's giving
Everything,
Tara and
yes.
Amina, it has to give
You
Jocelyn
and
and Mimi.
Mimi, yes, yes, yes. It's the we
I
could have
live.
had, but we didn't. There might be a nigga involved, but there's really not. Baby,
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly.
I live for
Yeah.
this feud.
It's a,
Also,
yeah.
very it popped up on my Instagram today. Dominique Devereaux and Alexis. Carrington
Carrington,
from,
yeah,
yes, what's that, Dynasty or some shit like that?
Dynasty, yes, I believe.
Very much that. I live
Yeah,
for this.
absolutely. I think that their back and forth is iconic at this point. And I think Dom is the only one. I mean, Dom also plays into like Carl's like
Foolishness.
antagonism. Like he gets upset,
He
but I feel like
does.
he's kind of the best at like volleying with Carl. I feel like
Hmm.
everybody else, him and maybe Ken. I think Ken like it just gets so angry that it's kind of hard to hear what he's saying. But I feel like Dom is good at like reading and shading back. Q is a different story, but we'll get there.
Oh my
I said they
goodness.
still got Althea, our girl Althea, on the phone.
On the
I said,
phone.
baby girl, I would not be mad if you hung up at this point because you were not there for a reason, baby. Like I feel like
Yeah.
you were not with the shits, and now they still got you on the line. And I feel like this is like when you either call off or you're scheduled off, and they call you to come in anyway. Like, excuse me. So PTO
Listen,
don't
do
mean
not
nothing, huh?
disturb, baby. Get in
Right. So that's basically what was given to me. Like I put in my PTO and
I
I'm
said that
using
was the
it.
key. The fact, yeah, Alfia was on the
Had her
phone
on
during this
all
all
time.
this goddamn hoot and holler, baby. Like
Yes.
that was a fucking key. I want to highlight this comment real quick. Somebody asked
Mhm.
what Carl's issue with the group was. So in my opinion, I feel like Carl really didn't
Okay.
have issue. He did.
Mhm.
He kind of felt the divide. People kept saying that there wasn't a divide. Carl felt it. Some of the audience members, myself, I saw it. So Carl
Mhm.
kept addressing like, do you bitches like me or do you not like me? Because if you
Right.
don't like me, just we don't have to interact. But that's mostly what the issue was, the divide. And Carl brought the smoke to it. What's the head to fire? Whatever the fuck it is. He brought the shit to Miami and it just
Mhm.
literally popped the fuck off. Um,
Yes.
so that's basically where we're at during this clip right here, the
I
screen
agree with
grab.
that. And I also feel like he maybe felt like they were playing in his face just because I think he already established that he wanted to kind of have a group conversation about what's been going on in Miami. They didn't really get a chance to like get through all of the group dynamics and issues at the pole dancing because of course it became a Nova versus Althea situation again. So they didn't really
Hmm.
get to like the other issues in the group. So I think he wanted to talk at the Miami during the Miami trip. I think they should have talked at the little brunch that they had when all of them were there in the beginning. Like I feel like that would have been a good time for them to just sit down and talk through their issues, but I feel like people like Q and even maybe um Kendall, I feel like they're in this weird space where it's like I don't have an issue with you, which I feel like they don't feel like they have an issue with him, but at the same time, the way that they move is giving you have an issue with him. Like you're cheersing at a table full of people, like I said, a couple of episodes ago. You're at a
Hmm.
table, or last episode, you're cheersing, and you're only cheersing with the people that are immediately around you. And I just feel like that's weird. Like if you're gonna cheers and you're at a table full of people, you're cheersing with everybody, like not just certain people. I feel like that's a way of separating yourself from everybody else, which is what Carl peeped. So I feel like he's just kind of like, why can't we just put everything on the table? I feel like it's a lot of sneaky stuff happening.
Yeah, that part.
Which is funny because I feel like that's what they said about Tramiel. Like Tramiel is very sneaky. So it's like, I don't know.
I'm
But
sorry to cut you off, man. I'm
definitely.
listening. Shout out to everybody in the chat. The chat is popping right now. I
Mhm.
see Spicy Original in the building. I see Mother
Yes, thank you
Chloe
for
Von
being
Dutch in the
here.
building.
I see
Thank
Jamardi
you for being here,
4.
Chloe. Yes, I saw
Yes.
Jamar is in
Okay,
the
Von
chat. Shout out to
Dutch,
everybody that's here,
period. Thank you for
baby.
being here,
Like,
girl. Good to see you.
damn it, this goddamn mobile device is so irritating
Sorry, I
because it's
should be
always
highlighting the
irritating shit.
comments. It's a lot going on.
You
This
good.
is irritating my ADHD.
Yeah, I'm gonna step out and then come right back in. I'm sorry.
Okay, okay. I'll hold down the fort. Um, but yeah, shout out to everybody that's in here. Thank y'all for being here. Now what I do now, I mean, you can't do no wrong in my book. Well, let me not say that, but you're a key to me. So you ain't did nothing wrong yet. It's all Dominique's fault. Thank you. You're so funny. Blame Dom. Let me highlight this comment. Oops. So shout out to Dom. They said, I respect. Oh, you're back. Okay. I respect Carl. That's why we didn't fight. If it was anyone else in the situation, know, y'all know I would never minded. I see
Amen. That
what
part.
you're saying, and that's why somebody even said like they weren't gonna fight. And I was like, yeah, you could kind of tell that it's like they have this weird camaraderie between them. It's like I don't like you, but at the same time, we cool. Like it's like that person that you kind of shade, but it's like it's fun because y'all both get it, you know. And I feel like that's what
Hmm.
I feel like fighting would have took it to a different space, and they wouldn't have been able to come back from it. So I'm glad that they didn't fight. And also want to shout out to Kimani. Thank you for being here. We have some
Hey, sweet baby.
gorgeous subscribers. Because you're eating in this profile pic. But she
Yes.
said, "New subby here. We love Carl. Period. Yes,
Yes,
we
thank
do.
you.
We
We
do.
also, yes,
Um,
absolutely stand K Star. That's our
yes,
guy.
they're frenemies. Right, Jazzy Go. They are frenemies.
A good
Um,
Natalie and Flo. That's what it's giving.
it is
Natalie and
giving
Flo.
Natalie and Flo. Yes,
Natalie and Florina.
I could definitely see that.
Oh my
Definitely see
goodness.
that.
Talk about a throwback. My
Right?
goodness.
Ugh, iconic. Um,
I think
Jamar said I was trying to read Bible scriptures to the children during filming. Yes, what scriptures? Cause I'm, cause
goodness.
I'm
Right,
curious.
right. Did you have any scriptures for possession? Some holy water?
Yes, some holy water.
Goodness,
Yes,
because it was just
bless them,
foolishness up in there.
bless them.
So not to be like shady, but I'm curious, like the condo. Did y'all have like neighbors or was it just y'all on that lot? Because I know the people had their ears to the wall, like, what's going on over there,
Hmm.
baby? Oh,
Hmm.
what's going on over there?
Yes,
Like,
loud,
I know, like
loud.
foolishness, but
But yes.
sin,
So
sin.
I thought it was also funny how I guess they went in different cars, of course. Carl and Tony and a couple of other people got back first, and then of course Dom got there. But I forgot who said it, but somebody said they was racing down the highway to get back to see
Sammy,
what was going on. I said, not y'all about to create a damn
baby, an accident.
accident trying
I
to get
feel
back
like
to
they
the
was in
drama.
Kendall's Benz with the top down, and Kendall had that nice ass wig on.
Yes.
Zooming down the freeway, just
Yes.
shabam boom it, baby. But yes,
Yes.
that was crazy.
Yes. On my way driving to some bullshit. About to just on my way to the bullshit, basically. That's what it's
There you go.
giving. But
Basically, yes.
yes, I said Carl changed into that wife beater to get into the mess. Something about him in that wife beater just walking around with that wine glass. I was like, this is a moment. Like this is
I
unhinged Carl that I'm living for. Like,
I said it was giving Robin Harris from House Party. The dad
yes.
from House Party. Baby,
Yeah.
I'm the beater, the slightly drunken behavior, and the belt to
Yes.
ass attitude. I said yes.
Mhm.
This is I'm living for Carl right now, baby.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Carl
yes.
and the was I was living just
Mhm.
the whole goddamn. Carl, since you were here, what type of wine were you sipping on? Like I know it was white wine, but was it Pinot Grigio? Was it
Prosecco, Sauvignon Blanc, what was
Zinfandel?
it?
Let
Yeah.
me know.
What was it
Chardonnay, baby,
given?
because you know I love a Chardonnay.
Mhm.
You know I
Mhm.
love me a Chardonnay, but
Mhm.
yes, this thing was so goddamn funny. I
Yes.
also said Carl was in there calling everybody 3 or 5 letter words. I said it would have been funny if production had kind of censored this, like I guess mainstream television does their reality TV shows,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
censor all the cursing,
Censor.
because
And then
Homeboy was
put
sitting
the
there going.
black bar around his mouth too, so we can't see. Remember when they used to do that? I think they just put a blur, but before they used to put like the little black
Yes,
bar.
that bar, baby.
Yes.
Goodness.
Hilarious. Also, who was a key to me during this entire little debacle, Tony.
Tony
Tony was
livid.
just Tony was at a point where she was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like this is a
Ghetto.
key. Let the
Hmm.
Butch Queens fight. I'm just gonna be in the back keying. Like,
Listen,
and yeah,
I
Mama's had
think
her
Tony
two drinks.
was over it from
She was.
the brunt. So she just, yeah,
Hmm.
like you said, she didn't give a fuck no more.
She did not
Like the
care.
girls are
She
fighting.
did not care. Yes, and I think she was also keying at the fact that all of this drama is going on, yet the camera is still finding her. The camera is still on her. Like, she said, listen, when you walk
Yes.
face, even the drama
Listen.
cannot stop them from looking at this
Listen.
mug, okay? Like,
Listen. The girl was serving. I said I was living for
eating in
Tony.
that moo moo. Eating in that moo moo, for sure. So, they are all in the living room, the common area of this condo, and a bunch of stuff is transpiring. It's basically Carl, with kind of, I mean, Tremel is in the back. He kind of chilling. But basically Carl versus Q, Ken Dolly, and Dom. Dom
And
is also
Sammy.
kind of in the back, and Sammy. Sammy and Dom are kind of in the background though. They not really, they chiming in every now and then, but once Dom read Carl talking about you too old to be begging to be somebody's friends, I feel like once he got that out, he was just like, whatever, I don't care about this. But it was
I
mostly Q and Kendall.
I think it's because Dom and Sammy know Ken Carl's like character, like don't engage
Yes.
him.
Right.
Ken and
Right.
Q are still getting to know him, so he's gonna like nitpick. So I love
Yes.
the balance. Like I love that
Mm-hmm.
everybody wasn't like. I mean, Carl could have would have held his own, but I love that it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like everybody like versus Carl. So like this,
Yeah.
yeah, this little screen grab right here because it's Q on the couch looking up like, is this bit serious? And Carl leaning
Yes.
over like, I'm about to whoop your motherfucking
Yes.
ass. Like
I
it was
also just
so
want
much
to
going on.
say, honestly, like I do want to say at this point, this very point in the show, I want to say Q was, he was holding on. He was holding on. He was, you could see him getting irritated, especially with the hand situation, but he wasn't ready to take it there. There was a moment maybe where it did trigger him to go there, but I feel like at this point he was like, bitch, like you and these hands, it's your hands. It's your hands. Shout out to Melange Da from from
G
G
status,
Status. It's
yes.
your hands. Them hands is doing a lot of. They might
Hmm.
as well just started voguing. That's honestly what they should have started doing. All this hand action. Should have just started just doing
Oh
a
my
little,
god.
a little 1-2, okay, a little 1-2,
Oh
and
my
that would
god.
have avoided a damage waiver. Because if you voguing, there nothing should be getting broken. So, but yeah, the hand situation had him messed
Hmm.
up. They're going back and forth. Honestly, I feel like the drama between them is pretty petty. I think they both have their sides and their POVs that I understand. Like we said, I feel like Carl just wanted to put everything on the table. Y'all feel like we don't have an issue, but the way y'all moving is giving issue. We're trying to talk at the dinner, come to an understanding, and y'all ignoring me and y'all cheersing by yourselves. Like, so if y'all want to do that, I'm gonna act a fool, which I understand how that could, that's childish and kind of antagonistic. But for this show, I'm like, it's entertaining. And yeah, honestly, I can see like if somebody's ignoring me too, baby, okay, let's go there. Like, I don't know. Let us know how y'all feel in the comments. I also just feel like it really just depends on how likable you are sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like Carl is so likable and funny. And that's not to say that Kendall isn't likable or Q isn't likable, but I just don't know if they have the same charisma or riz as the kids say. I don't think they have that same energy that Carl has where he does things and it comes off so funny and entertaining versus like them sometimes it's kind of stank. I don't know. Let me know if you disagree, Troy.
Child, imagine if Michael Myers gave what Carl gave instead of just being so violent.
I think he would be pulling. He would be
Imagine
pulling.
if Michael Myers just antagonized his victims instead of just. Anywho,
Yes.
I said Quentin in this scene was the MVP for me. The
Hmm.
platinum blonde hair.
Yes.
He's dressed like a '70s R&B singer. He had on
He
a Chelsea
is.
boot with a six
He
inch
is.
heel.
He
He
just
comes
needed
off
some
that
chest
boot,
hair.
that part,
Like that's
and
all
a
he
thicker
needed.
mustache, and
Hmm.
maybe a thicker mustache. But I said I was living for the fit.
Yeah.
I don't. Yes, the hands I guess triggered him, but Q, this is kind of what I talked about. Where you going to
Hmm.
Quana, you're not listening. I guess I know the hands triggered you, but if you felt
Hmm.
triggered, walk away. Go maybe stand next to your homeboy. Go behind a bar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I guess he did what he did because he felt offended. I'm not victim shaming. I'm saying like, anywho, but like you went to Twan. I'm sorry. Why the fuck am I calling this man Quan? You went to Twan.
Q and Twine. Q
Yeah,
and
you
Twine
went to
together as
Twan.
Quine.
The previous episode, and it's like you didn't really take his Everybody saw
Didn't
that,
take
so I'm
his
like, y'all putting this
advice.
bullshit on Twan for no reason. But
But see,
um,
again,
it's
I'm sorry, not to cut you off. I just had a thought.
I'm sorry, what
Go.
were you saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say like when when this happened, it made me think of when Twan when they spoke in a previous episode when he was talking about the tools that he needed. Q was basically asking for tools to basically calm himself down when he's in situations like the situation that transpired. And Twan was like, "Well, you just have to listen and know that they're not attacking you." And I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, I think he needs something, even like counting down, taking deep breaths. I know some people might say that's kind of cliche or corny or whatever, but I feel like it does help because I feel like he goes from 0 to 100 so fast that he doesn't even realize what's going on. And he needs a way to, calm himself down. Rave C said he just wants attention, which I think it could also be the case, especially going back to the pole dancing event and him talking and saying he not trying to de-escalate the situation or get them to come to a common ground, and we're like, okay, well, what are you talking for? Like, what is the point then if you're not getting them to see eye to eye? Like, I don't get it. So I do kind of see that in a sense where I feel like he does want attention, but I feel like he's going about the wrong way of getting it.
Yes, that part
Yeah.
because he's talented. Like, baby,
Mhm.
you in this in Fort Lauderdale. I'm sorry, let me stop saying Fort Lauderdale. They showed the sign said Fort Lauderdale, but Cassie said Miami, so I don't know. Anywho, they went to Florida, and the
Mhm.
fit that Q had on was given. So
It was. It
that should have
was.
been his character,
Edie
baby.
down.
Yes,
Yes.
dressing and turning out looks like
And we're not saying you
that's.
can't be in the drama. We're not saying you can't, entertain Carl. I just think it just gets to a point where it's like where's the jokes? Where's the
Mhm.
reads? Where's the shade? Like you throwing boots and wine glasses and wigs and all of that. Like that's unnecessary because that's gonna take it to a whole different level. Where's the shade? Where's the reads? Where's the
Mhm.
where's that? That's what I'm looking
Right?
for.
Because that's what I
You
was
know.
expecting. Because he read Noel earlier in the
Hmm.
season, so I was,
Yeah.
but I don't know. There's something about Carl that just gets under people's skin, and
Yeah, he's like top tier antagonist.
mhm.
Like, but so
Hey,
Q did mention, I guess, spending money on the dinner, and that's why he was upset. That's also where this energy is coming from. Of course, Carl did what he did at the dinner, and so Q was like, "Oh, I paid 400, 500 some odd dollars, I guess, and you acted a fool." And I'm just like, "So you paid for their dinner, but." Apparently they put in money for the drinks. Like I don't know what was happening with that. Like I'm like, did he pay for the meal or did he not pay for the meal? I don't really know. The meal was I thought the meal was like $1,000 though. So
the
I don't know if he
bill.
paid for half or if I don't know what happened with that, but that's what he was saying. He paid $500 and you know he acted a fool. I
Well,
guess.
he should have probably told his co-host like, "Don't start no drama at dinner, and there won't be backlash later." Like,
Yes. Yes.
again,
Yes.
you like
Yes.
you said, not Ken Dolly made it toast to only certain people.
Mm-hmm.
That was gonna trigger a reaction. So,
Right.
like, not saying
Right.
that Carl's reaction at the restaurant was like the best, but somebody like you said as like antagonistic as Carl, baby, the
Right.
Green Goblin of chasing, baby. You knew that he was
Listen,
gonna turn the fuck up. So I don't know
the
why
Green
you would
Goblin know William Defoe, okay? Okay?
Venom, if you will, baby. Yes, Carl was
Yes.
gonna turn up. So like, you should have probably just told your homeboy like, no, like different time,
Yeah,
baby.
that
But
was I don't want to make it seem like they're responsible for Carl's actions. Like Carl is responsible for his own actions, but I'm just like if I'm at a with a group of people and like four people are, it's 10 of us, four of y'all are at the table and y'all cheers, I'm gonna be like, okay, like
mhm,
you couldn't have cheers with everybody. Like I don't, why are like, and then it's like they do stuff like that and then turn around and be like, well, I don't get why y'all think that we're separating ourselves. Like it's just like, hmm. So it's like I feel like you trying me. I feel like you trying me. So he acted a fool. And we lived for it. Very entertaining. Anyway, so yeah, they get into this like back and forth with the hands. Sorry, I'm trying to see what the next still is, but they're going back and forth. To me, it's kind of just like everybody's just putting their stuff on the table. Sammy wants to know what the issue is with him and him being a bone carrier. Personally, I do think he was a bone carrier, and I think that that's a thankless job, but somebody's got to do it,
Hmm.
especially since he's in between both groups. I feel like it's only natural that you would be like, oh, so and so did say this, so and so did say that. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, deep cut.
Yeah.
Is Sammy giving Ginger from It's Told by Ginger? Macy and Dodie are like Carl and
I
Tramel,
could kind of see that.
Courtney
As
and
told by
Miranda.
Sammy. Yes.
That part,
As told by
yes.
Sammy.
It's giving
As
that.
told by Sammy.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm okay.
So, yeah.
It's told by Sammy. You ain't shit.
I
Yes,
also
Sammy
feel like
was.
no, go ahead.
I'm
Sorry.
confused though, cause like Sammy said that he's known Tramel longer than I know only Sammy can answer this question, but Sammy said
Hmm.
he's known Tramel longer than anybody else in the group. It seems to have like gravitated towards like Kendall and Q and
Yeah.
like they just became like a trio. And I'm not mad at that. I like that they formed that brotherhood, but like
Hmm.
when Sammy said that he knew Tramel longer, I was kind of expecting them to be I was honestly expecting Carl, Tramel, and Sammy to be a trio, but
Really?
um,
I
yeah,
think
because like Sammy said that he didn't know a lot of people coming in, so he was using or he had his fiance as like a security net. I was like, oh well, you kind of know Tramel, like if you need somebody, I guess kind of like in the friendship group in that kind of realm, why not really like lean on somebody that you've known longer?
yeah.
But
I think he just naturally I think he's more compatible with Ken Dolly and Q though. Just from what I see, I feel like Carl might be a little too much of a turn up for Sammy, and like for him to like continuously like bond and be close to him this entire season. And then I like Tramel, but I feel like Tramel can be kind of wishy washy. I mean, of course, he had like scenes with Tramel. You know, Tramel has come to his house, and they've chatted and had wine nights and stuff. But I do feel like Tramel is a little more like low energy, and I feel like Kendall and Q, they turn up, but they also are kind of reserved and like I guess you could say
keep it classy.
classy. So I feel
Okay.
like he is more leaning into that. But I feel like he likes Carl and Tramel as well. But I feel like he's more compatible with Kendall and Q. But
Okay.
that's just my take. Um, I said they
Okay.
still got Alfia on the phone, child. Still got her on the phone. Hopefully she was charging her phone because I'm like, baby girl, all of this energy is sucking that battery dry. Okay. Hopefully you got that phone
Goodness.
charged up. But I also wanted to I guess I could talk about that later. But yeah, they talk about, what Sammy said about I guess Carl feeling some type of way about not being invited to an event. I guess once he got invited to I forgot what it was, some event. He was like, "Oh, we're inviting the girls now." And I don't know, to me it's just like that's not enough for me to really feel a way. Like especially if you know that y'all had issues because you didn't invite him to your birthday. Like I just would have been like, okay, girl, like it is what it is. Like you're finally getting a ticket, to one of my events. You should be happy. Like I don't know, like just be. To me, it's like weird how they take things so serious sometimes, and then like other times it's like whatever. I don't know. Do you see that? Like I feel like it's kind of just like tit for tat at this point.
Very,
Yeah.
like I've been saying,
So
it's it's petty. It's high school.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
it's Mean
Mhm.
Girls. And
Mhm.
every goddamn Lifetime movie produced from like 2004 to 2013. Like,
Yes. I
it's
want to
that bad.
see a rendition of Mean Girls based off of this cast. I want them to. I want them to.
Who's Karen? I gotta know who's Karen.
Karen. Ooh, who would Karen be? That's real.
I feel like Karen would be cute. Kind of
I
not
think Karen would
ditzy,
be
but
Gretchen. Karen is definitely no. I'm sorry. Q is
redacted.
definitely Gretchen.
Oh,
Yes.
Q is Gretchen. Okay,
Remember when she
really?
snapped about how did y'all stab Caesar? baby girl was going through it. I feel like that's definitely what he gives. He said, I don't know what your problem is. Yours, 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 yours. That's what it was giving.
Not
Like,
Gretchen Wieners.
yes. Heiress to the toaster strudel. Um
Empire,
heiress to the
baby.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
So I think that's
I
what it
can
is.
see that, but
Somebody said,
anyways,
Jazzy Ghost said Karen and Sammy. I agree. I don't think Sammy is like simple minded or anything or like a ditzy person, but I do feel like he would be Karen because I feel like Karen is just was kind of in the middle. She was just kind of like she just wanted friends. I feel like she was the only one that was like, "Oh, these are my friends." Like she didn't she didn't think that they
true,
were like a clique and they were better than
true.
everybody else. So I feel like that's kind of where Sammy would be. We already know who um who Regina George would be.
Child. And
Um
then not Tramel and Althea being Karen and Janice and
yes.
was it Damien?
Damien, yes.
Goodness.
Now
I live for that though.
who's Danny DeVito though? Who
You got
is
one
Danny
more,
DeVito?
baby. You got one more.
Yo,
You
I love your
got
work, baby. And when I go back and look at that scene, why was Mama's in like a vest? Like, girl.
oh my gosh. What was he
Yeah.
doing in the ladies'
Well,
bathroom?
she had a
Like
valid point. She did have a valid point. Why are you in the women's restroom? But the way
he
that he
did clear the
just
fuck out of her. I'm
cleared
sorry. He
her,
did clear the fuck out of her. Daddy DeVito, I love your work.
Jesus,
Where's the goddamn grease fire? We do run like a motherfucker. I'm sorry.
too
Anytime
funny.
I think of
Sorry,
Danny
not to.
DeVito, I think of that. And
Yes,
anywho, yes.
yeah,
Anywho,
but
fucking
yes,
this scene is a goddamn mess.
yeah. There's just
A
a lot
lot of
going on.
a lot
So
of goddamn yelling and throwing stuff.
yeah, they also something happens with Althea. They start talking about how I guess Ken Dawes said something about Tramiel and like, oh, you know how he is, and that was an issue. And I'm again like, even on Tramiel and Carl's side, I'm like, why does it really matter that much? Like, if somebody was like, you know how Damon is, I'd just be like, okay, whatever. Yeah, I am how I am, I guess. But that became an issue, and so they run over to the phone. Q runs over to the phone and is like looking at Althea like on FaceTime, like, what did you say? What the fuck did you say? And I'm like, if I was Althea, I'd be like, first of all, who are you talking to? Like, who? I would have been looking around like, who are you talking to? It's not me. Like, you need to calm your ass down. Like,
That
I ain't
part.
did nothing to you. I ain't said nothing to you. If you're gonna ask me a question, you can ask it in a more neutral way. You ain't gotta. And I think this is another example of just Q letting his anger overtake him. Like, it's to the point where he's like not even really. Not he's blinded by rage, but it's just like, bro, calm down. Why are you so mad? Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Is it the bleach? I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't know, but Mamas was angry and it's like calm down. Watch how you talk to people. Um but yeah, so basically she says that he did say, you know how Tramiel is, and um Kendall is like, no, I didn't. I never said that. I went to go check on my friend, but I never said that. And so they do a flashback, and it turns out, yeah, that's pretty much pretty much what the vibe was. And so, again, it was just kind of like them calling Alfia a liar, and I'm just like, she's not even here. Like,
Mhm.
I just would have been like, okay, I said it, now what? Like, I just would have been like, okay, I said it, so what? Like, but yeah, I didn't really like the way that they were talking to Alfia in this moment. It's kind of a reoccurring theme on this season. But yeah, I didn't like the way that they were speaking to her. Just seemed kind of unnecessary. And, in a show, in a group where everybody is kind of going back and forth and telling people's business and, oh, this person said this person, I don't get why they had that energy for her when like everybody's literally saying things to other people and, talking about people when they're not there. So I don't know. Um, but yeah, he said she's lying. We see the footage. She wasn't lying. And that's that. I'm so sorry, y'all. So much happened that I'm really trying to sift through what I want to talk about, and what I don't want to talk about. But thank you for bearing with us. So things escalate. Q and Carl are in each other's faces. More so, Q got into Carl's face, but Carl was doing the hand action, so I can, they both kind of contributed to the escalation of this back and forth. But I'm just kind of looking at them like, okay, like where is this going? Like, and I'm not even thinking like, oh, they're gonna fight, but I'm just like, I'm kind of like, and it's funny because you can see everybody's reactions before like the Chelsea boots were thrown. You could see everybody's reactions like, oh my god, I just want to go to the club and shake my ass. Like Sammy was saying, you know, Q or not Q, Tremel before this, he was kind of just on the stairs, just like, what are we doing? Nova is on the couch, like, oh my god, I'm annoyed. Like everybody's just kind of over it, but I was secretly living because this little back and forth was kind of giving. You know what it was giving? It was giving Marlo versus Sheree. Like that's literally what it was giving to me. I was like,
Oh my god.
yo, that's literally what this was giving. Like, and you know what sends me about that scene every time is Candy's like, like her recalling the moment, like just like her reenacting them was so funny to me. But that's kind of what this divulged into. Like, just such a petty, like, back and forth. And it's just like, where is this tension coming from? Like, is it just the fact that y'all don't, like, y'all personalities clash? Like, what is going on? I don't get it. But entertaining nonetheless. I said Q needs to calm down and remember what Twan told him. Like we said, that shit went out the window because he's just kind of like, I what did old boy say in 40-year-old version when he was going back and forth? You want the nigga here now. That's I feel like that's what
My
this is giving.
goodness.
Do you know what I'm talking about? I feel like
I
that's
do
what it's
remember that.
giving. Like
I do remember that. That
I
was when the
definitely feel
black dude
like
snapped, hit that
yes.
meltdown.
He was like, you wanted a nigga with a niggas here now. Like I feel like that's what it's giving. Um, but yeah,
It's
they
it's also kind of giving. It's also kind of giving you ruin my birthday. It's giving child having a tantrum. You ruin my birthday.
it's
So if
definitely
this would
giving.
be Mr. Krabs and Pearl if they were human, this is kind of what that's giving. Maybe I'm a little tipsy. Never
Is it
mind.
also
My bad.
giving you because we both have siblings, we both have brothers. Is it giving like it's my turn to play the game that we have to share?
Yes.
And
Yes.
and the other brother is like, no, it's
Yes.
not. And it's like, yes, it is. Like
Yes.
it's like that
Yes.
petty sibling drama. I feel like it's also giving that. Somebody said Tremel was on standby for sure. Looking appalled, but ready to jump in if he needed to.
Baby, back there giving Jack Harlow if Jack Harlow had Neo Soul.
Yes, definitely.
Anywho,
Definitely.
I
The
was
soul
living
that
for
Jack Harlow wants.
he
Yes.
that he wish he possessed, that he wish he had.
Hmm.
Q and his bald fade. I'm sorry. It's giving you know what? Never mind. I like it on him, but it's giving hair look
I
like
do
the
like it
back
on him.
like a back of a tennis ball. I'm sorry.
It is. It is.
I do
Um,
like it on him though.
I do like it on him. And I like the little swirly thing that he did too.
The part baby, he
Very,
took it
very
back to the
90s.
'90s with that. I ain't
Right.
mad at
Very 90s. Love that for him. Now, he should have had like a little rat tail in the back too. That would have also been, you know,
that.
a little square, a little square afro square in the back. Something like that. No, but
Ain't shit, my good. Ain't shit.
so yes, still going back and forth. Q, I think is, and it's funny to me because I feel like Carl is willing to go there, but I feel like Q is going further than he needs to go. Like they're in each other's face, but it's Q taking off the shoes. Like I said, he didn't threw, his shoes, he didn't threw the phone. Um the shoe then hit Nova, and then the phone hit Tony. So it's just kind of a mess. And I feel like it's just divulging into unnecessary mess. You ain't gotta throw shit and damage property. Like you can just get a girl together, get somebody together with your words. And I feel like maybe Q isn't the best at using his words, so he kind of divulges into like yelling and screaming and you know throwing shit. Not the hands though, but just throwing shit, I guess. So, um, but this is the moment that I was kind of talking about. But yeah, he ends up throwing the boot. Um, I don't. I mean, I guess shout out to Nova for trying to break up the situation. I don't know what she was attempting to do. If I would have saw Q coming at me, like I mean, if I was her and I saw Q coming at me, like no, 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 no. Like I'm right, like girl, move out the way because he's coming. Like, what did what did what did damn what did Jackie from Basketball Wives say? Tammy versus Duffy. Tammy coming. I hope you're ready. That's what it's giving. Like, Q coming. You better move out the way. Like,
That's
Lord
low.
Dudley Shane wearing parallels. I
Time out,
cannot
ma'am. Time
not
out.
Wayman. Shout out to Wayman though. Shout out
Goodness.
to the actor. But yeah, that's funny. But yeah, them going back and forth was a mess. It eventually divulges into violence. Q throws a shoe. The shoe hits Nova off camera in the chest, which is unfortunate. And then apparently he threw a phone that hit Tony. And it's not funny, but Tony's reaction, she said, and when I said, he said, I don't give a fuck about nothing. But it's like, girl, calm
Goodness.
down. Like, but her reaction, like, bitch, you hit me. Like, I ain't did shit to you, and you hit me. And again, it's letting your anger get the best of you to the point where it's like you fucking hitting people and
Hmm.
disrespecting people that had nothing to do with the situation and why you're angry. So I just feel like he needs to control his emotions more. Um, but yeah, there's a aftermath. Um, or I'm sorry, I did want to also quote this.
Homegirl said she had asthma. I'm like, baby girl, you
Yes,
trying to like
yes. I
anything
was
for a goddamn
like,
storyline.
yeah, I was like, it's unfortunate that you got hit in the chest, but
It's
it
not gonna
was two
cause
things. It
like
was the asthma and the Puerto Rican princess. I said, baby girl, first of all, there's only one Puerto Rican princess that I know, and that's Jocelyn Hernandez.
mhm.
Like, I don't think we claim you. I don't. I'm not Puerto Rican, but I don't know. You can't really hold that title. That's Jocelyn
That
Hernandez.
part.
But yeah, her talking about her asthma was. I was like, okay, girl. Anyway, so once of course, he throws a shoe. Did you find it funny that after he threw the shoe and that commotion happened, Q sat down and was able to have a conversation again? I'm like, wait, how did this escalate and then you calm again and then it escalate again? Like I was so confused. I'm like, how are you? Because when I was editing it, like trying to figure out like how I was gonna like do the stills, I'm like, wait, he back on the couch after throwing that shoe and hitting somebody? Like I thought this happened after, and then Carl slapped him. Like, but no, it happened before. So I was just really confused by that. But Carl did get him that little love tap. Maybe he thought it was like a reset button. Like you could just power down, and like maybe he would calm down, but I joke. I don't think Carl should have put his hands on Q, but Q was
He
throwing
slapped that man
everything.
with a pillow. Yeah, he
Yeah,
hit
and he
Carl
hit
with
him
a
with
pillow.
a pillow. So to me, it's just like if you put your hands on somebody, you cannot be surprised when they hit you back. You was
True. Like I said, I
antagonizing.
don't condone violence,
Yeah,
but like homeboy, you were throwing stuff at him, and then you kept approaching him like
yeah. And he said you
I don't
had
know.
every
It's just
opportunity to hit me, like if you really wanted to hit me, but you didn't. You hit me with a pillow and tried to hit me with a boot.
see. This kind of made me think that I wonder if Quentin and Carl had kind of planned this incident like off camera. Like
You think
Quentin got
so? I don't
slapped
think
to secure his
so.
spot for next season.
If that's some Gone Girl level sorcery right there. That's a scheme set up by Todd. If that's the case, because him, first of all, him again hitting two people that had nothing to do with the situation, him crying at the end. I don't think so. I think he really let his anger get the best of him. But I don't know.
I did
I don't
also
know.
know, rest in peace to the late, great Charlie Murphy, but
Yes.
he did say, back in the old days when it was fashionable to slap a man, you slapped a man, pow pow, you had a gunfight. Somebody had to go.
Yes.
So
Do you
like
think it's more masculine to backhand somebody versus like,
backhand,
yeah?
but it's
I think
impressive. I'm gonna say backhand because well, it depends on what
I honestly think Carl
you
should
mean
have had the
backhand.
UNITY ring on, and I feel like stamping UNITY. I feel like that would have made more sense. Like,
Not stamping it in his forehead, my
yes,
goodness.
yes.
But yes,
What did
I'm
he
just
say
trying
when
to
he got
think.
kicked in the chest? I'm sorry to derail, but whatever he said when he got kicked in the chest, I feel like that's what Nova should have said when that boot hit her in the chest. Shout out to, well, I have mixed feelings about Dave Chappelle, but at this point,
Oh my
but shout out to the
goodness.
Chappelle show because it's an iconic comedic
Oh
show.
my
But
goodness.
whatever he said, I I definitely feel like Nova should have said that. But
Oh, he was like, I kicked the shit out of him. Then he kicked him into the mirror and then he coughed up blood. Okay, we are derailing. I'm sorry,
Jesus.
but yes, I think
Anyway,
about that daily. I kicked the
yes,
shit out of him.
yes. And then I said after he got slapped, Q trying to pick up a wine glass. I said, why the wine? Why not just throw hands? At this point, he hit you. You can't just hit him back. Like, I don't know why he picked up the wine glass. That was
True.
confusing to me.
Which is crazy
And
because like if I said this was Tramiel, the energy would have been not saying that I promote violence, but a
mm-hmm,
couple episodes ago, Quentin was, oh, I'll beat
mm-hmm.
your ass, I'll pop you with Tramiel. Then you kind of get slapped, and then it's like,
Baby,
I
this
don't know,
ain't
I feel
Q. This
like
is Quintana. Okay, this is the Quintana we was talking about.
goodness,
Like,
Quintanilla, if you will, baby.
Quint
My
Quintana.
goodness, yes, homeboy was unhinged, but yeah, I said kind of picky and choosy because if this was Shamel, like the energy would have been.
A
I feel
lot
like Q
different.
was looking for backup. Somebody in the
Mm-hmm,
Jason comment said that they feel like Q was looking for somebody to hold him back so that he can act more aggressive. I
mm-hmm.
said the same thing because he slapped you. You should have popped on him like you said you were on a pop on Shamel. Again, I'm not promoting violence, but
Yes.
I feel like a lot of people pick and choose their battles on here, and it's not giving what it's supposed to have gave. But
Yes.
slap the shit out of him,
Yes.
and it's kind of
You would
giving.
I'm sorry.
It's giving an unruly child. I said in my notes, I
It
love watching
is.
unruly children get
It's giving
disciplined.
tantrum. Definitely giving tantrum. And I feel like grabbing the glass was yet another thing that would have maybe hurt everybody. Like,
Hmm.
or hurt somebody that wasn't a part of it. Like, you
Hmm.
throw that wine, what if it lands on Andario or Nova or, Tremel? Like, you doing shit that's not direct at the person.
Hmm.
Like, it's like you might as well just throw hands at that point.
Baby, he's gonna stand that furniture, and then y'all gonna have to pay that cleaning fee. Ain't nobody got
Right?
time for that. Just pay
Like,
the $1,000 for dinner. I
mm-hmm.
don't think you want to ask that cleaning fee on that damn nice ass Airbnb.
No, no, no. And I know Florida, Miami, law enforcement. I'm sure they don't play. They said the Negroes are acting like this. Oh, girl, go ahead in the cell. Get in the cell right now. Like, they waste
Not
no
the
time
Negroes.
locking
My
them up down there.
goodness.
They do not care. Like, they got a cell waiting for you.
Goodness.
But yeah, I the whole situation was crazy. And Dario's face once trying to calm Q down, and Q like, no, don't, blah
Mhm.
blah blah blah, blah. And Dario was just like, bitch, you doing too much. Like, I
Too
don't know.
much.
His
Let me just step
reaction was
outside and catch my
so
breath.
like,
Over it. Yes.
yes, it was just like, bitch.
It's given when the teacher's fed over to class, so she leaves like the assistants to just deal with them
Yes,
for the rest of the day.
yes.
Like,
It
you
was
deal with
given
them.
like, let me
Ugh.
go get my supervisor. Hold on, cause you you not about to bring me out of character. Let me go get somebody that you can actually talk to,
Yes.
cause
I kind of wish Dario had a bang so that when Q was spazzing, he could have just
he, yes,
could
just
just moved it
swooped it a
like
little bit, just swooped it a little bit.
Am I saying this correctly? Yes. And
Yes.
Dario's face during this scene was
Over it. Over
yes.
it, over it,
This
over it.
scene was so chaotic, but it was I won't say necessary, but it's
It was a
unfortunate that Carl had to slap somebody in order for the group to find karate. I said
yes.
11 episodes in. We couldn't just have this from the jump. Like
Right.
somebody
It's
had to
always got to
get
be some
slapped for this shit.
violence. It's always got to be some violence to get us
Yeah.
there. I don't know why, but it's always that. But I had one more thing to say. Um yeah, I said oh, I thought it was funny when they get separated and first of all, Carl on the balcony smoking that damn, was it a cigarette or a black and mild? It was
hmm
something. Him smoking that cigarette and Tramiel like he trying to go back to jail and no he was like Tramiel said something about him going to jail, Q going to jail, and Carl was like she trying to go back. I forgot about
Oh,
the
Black and
the
Mild.
the
My
what is it, the
goodness.
stigma of Black and Miles. I'm sorry.
Carl, was it
Um,
wood tip or was it the
baby,
plastic?
I heard you don't smoke wood tips unless you're about to either lose your life or take somebody else's. So that's hopefully that wasn't it. Hopefully that was not it. Wood tips are
Goodness.
not for the
Plastic tip. Okay.
yes.
He wasn't on that. See, it's crazy that you
Yes.
mentioned that. You said a wood tip when you about to lose your life or take somebody. I said this. The title of this episode should have been Deathless Five, baby. That's what it
Yes.
was given. Carl
Yes.
kind of lined them up and went down the list. So the
Yes.
fact that
Come on, firing squad. Jesus.
yes, I
Oh my
said a
god.
black and mild baby. I can't. Carl is a fucking
Yes.
key, but
But
this
yeah.
goddamn scene was so damn chaotic.
So chaotic.
So much going on.
But yeah, to continue on, I do want to highlight some comments though. Shout out to
Hey,
everybody
shout out
that's
to everybody
here.
in the chat.
Definitely feel free to leave a like. Um, and a comment in the chat. But Kimani said Carl and Tramel are so needed this season. Afia too. Yeah, I agree. I feel like everybody. Well, I can't say everybody played their part this season, but I do feel like Carl Tramel and Alfia were needed for sure. Um, yeah, I agree. Shout out to Q for bringing back Bugetto. Yes. And I feel like something about that blonde fade is very Bugetto. I don't know
hmm
why.
He
Something
should have
about it
had
is
like a door knocker earring again, or like a feather
yes.
earring. Make it,
Yes. And I'm telling you, the chest hair. He should have had the chest hair too.
and it should have been extra grease, like oil.
Yes. Oiled chest. I'm here for that.
It should have gave Mr. T. It should have gave Mr. T. Now, I
Ooh,
don't know how
okay.
Mr. T would have dressed up that blouse. No shade, but he could have went Mr.
Is
T
this
with it.
blouse energy?
It is.
Is
It is. Baby, you saw that sign I will head up at the end of the episode. It is.
looking for a looking for a blouse, baby.
It's always game blouses,
Blouses.
baby.
Yes. Yes. Shout out to
The
all the
fact that that
blouses.
stands in
Yes.
2026, yes, baby. Come on, umbrella.
Hopefully
Come on, brotherhood.
2026, the summer of 2026 is the summer of the blouses. Hopefully they get theirs
Why does this cat, baby? I feel like it's always the time of the blouses. It's just not like
out in
people
public. It's
aren't
not.
Main Street, baby. Now, if
Yes.
we get home, hey, Street, hey,
Mhm.
Street. If he
Mhm.
finds out, you know, deep cut, deep cut. But yeah,
Yes,
let
yes,
him find
yes.
out, baby.
Shout out to Toy Toy. Thank you for being here.
Hmm.
She said, I was so happy that Q finally got that slap. He definitely deserved what he was doing for the most. He was definitely doing the most for no reason. Yeah, and it seemed like that was, I mean, it didn't calm him down really. But I don't know. I feel like everybody in that room secretly was like, you kind of deserve that slap. You throwing all this stuff, you hitting people, you need to calm down. You know, like you know how there's like a hard reset button on your phone. Like if
Hmm.
you just hold the
That
power button down,
factory
I
reset,
feel like that's
baby.
what he needed, a factory reset. Like he should have woke up like, where am I? When did I
When
get to
did I get to
Miami?
Lansing?
Am I in LA? He should have been like, "Am I still in New Orleans? What's going on? What's
Goodness.
happening?" Like, but yes, Home A1A said, "The more I see this clip, the more it looks like Carl is freestyling. The way he does talk with his hands, so it is looking like he's spitting a good 16, a good 16." And
Went
shout out to
straight 8 Mile on his ass. My
right.
goodness.
Shout out to G Baby, Who Baby. Thank you for being here, doll.
Hey.
She said this is when they should have gotten more green screens. Yes, I wanted to see more people's reactions to what was going on for sure. Um,
You know what else sent me? When
what?
Q was so mad, he was like, "We can shut it down now." And Don was in the back, like, "No, shut it down, like, baby.
Yes,
We got one more night left,
messy.
baby. You can tuck in for the night, but we going out."
Right.
Like, I was like, "No, baby,
Yeah.
no,
We
we
not
going
shutting it
out."
down. We going out.
Yeah,
Especially after this. I need to release this
that part,
negativity by
baby.
shaking my
It
ass.
was pretty much like, "Girl, is you gonna get it together or not? Because we still
Right.
going out
We
with
still
or
going
without
out,
you.
baby. We still going
Like,
out.
we still going out." Like,
It gave you gonna throw it one more time? We still going out, baby. Like we
oh
still
my
goin'.
goodness.
What's the next
Oh my
spot? Like, oh,
gosh.
early 20s, baby. I'm getting flashbacks. It's
Oh,
not,
goodness.
but Home A1A also said after Nova said that she almost died, I said, "Where's your?" Yes, definitely giving that energy. Where is your scooter? Now,
Very
I
white
will
woman of her.
say I 100% not for any violence towards. Well, I know he didn't do it on purpose, of course, but I did feel bad that she got hit because it's like she was trying to protect, but at the same time, she talking about her asthma. And something about her calling herself the Puerto Rican princess pissed me off. I don't know why, but I was just like, girl, no. But yeah, the whole
No shit. I
asthma
said
thing, I was like,
that boot hurt that shit that Redacted was talking about Q's fashion show and took it personally. It just kind of
yes.
boomerang. Not saying it was right,
Ooh,
but
maybe,
that Karma
maybe.
Karma Banks came
Ooh.
around, baby. I feel like a little bit of Althea was in that chunky heel too.
What if
That's
she
off the rip.
showed up in her green screen with a neck brace on? Like she was ready to sue.
I'm like, baby, you trying it.
Like she was ready to
You
sue.
trying it.
Like, I need my
Goodness.
coins, okay? You will not hit
Well,
me and get away with it.
it'd be more interesting than her talking about Althea. And then notice a couple episodes ago, she said, "I'm tired of hearing your name and discuss me." This episode, they're talking about Althea's a liar, and this bitch on the couch like she's messy.
Yeah,
Althea's messy. Like, no, bitch, shut your ass
girl.
up. Go to your
I'm
closet.
thinking at this point, I'm what
Shit,
what Cardi say at this point. I think hoes be in love with me. Like I feel like
that
you
part,
are obsessed, baby girl.
that
Like
part.
every little time, like even when they were like, oh, something about Althea lying when they said that she was lying when she wasn't. She in the back talking about, see, I think it's Althea. Althea.
Hmm.
I'm like, girl,
That, yep, yep. Like, shut up. Like, go do something.
please get out of her ass. Like,
Do
please.
something.
Like, I beg of you. But yeah,
Mm.
to move on, because I think we've been on this for a minute. So the next morning, everybody's kind of like recuperating, talking about everything that transpired. I guess they still went out. We didn't really get no footage, but because I kind of wanted to see what the vibe was like after all of this happened. Like, I'm sure some people didn't go out, but I kind of want to know what the vibe was like after all of that transpired. But we got Tremel on the phone with Althea, basically telling, just going over what happened. He said that sorry. Oh, I also want to highlight. Well, I'll get to that later. But he's basically just talking about the issue that Q had with Carl, and how he just kind of disrespected a lot of people in the room, and including Althea and Nova and Tony. So I don't know. That's unfortunate, but is something to be highlighted. And then we get a sit down with Tony and Noel, and they're basically talking about just accountability, and they both kind of have different sides of like, I guess, how they view Q. And what did you think? What were some of the things that stood out to you about this scene?
Noel gave Q grace, and I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
excuse me, I kind of get that because I don't know what the conversation was off camera,
Hmm.
but I was like, y'all aren't holding y'all people accountable. Like, what the fuck is up with that? Like, I
Yeah,
understand people crashing out,
yeah.
but if this is your homeboy and y'all see him going too far, where was y'all at to kind of stop him and pull him back? Like the first
Mhm.
time he threw something at Carl, y'all should have pulled him back to the other house, but like y'all didn't. Y'all let it progress, and then it's like he's going through something. So like you don't know what people are gonna like, baby. If you already have a
Mhm.
lot on your plate, why the fuck would you go add on like more shit? So this is just
Yeah.
me, not victim blaming, not trying to like look down on anybody. But it's like
Right.
we're all adults. Like we have to
Yeah.
learn how to coexist. It's like I can't imagine like having conflict in my job, my professional setting, and my
Mhm.
reaction is to explode. It's like, baby, like
Yeah.
you,
You
you do
have
that at
to
work,
be able to manage your
like
emotions.
yeah. So um,
I'm more
it was
so
just like I don't know, like. I get that we all go through shit, and I know that we all have our ups and downs, but
mhm.
yeah, Q Quentin, he definitely should have removed himself from the situation.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm more on Tony's side, I will say, cuz I feel like you said, Noel was more trying to give Q grace and like you don't know what people are going through, and I do understand that. But I also feel like if you don't hold somebody accountable for them lashing out, because like I said, Nova, we joke about how we don't like her. I mean, we really don't. But I don't think she deserved that. Like, she didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve to get hit
Right,
with that shoe. Tony didn't deserve to get hit with that phone. Althea didn't deserve to be talked to that way when you trying to ask her a question. I would have like, I ain't
right.
telling you shit. The fuck? Like, you ain't my daddy. Like, so, it's like you lashing out at these people that don't deserve it. And then it's like, I want to give you grace, but if I give you grace, you're going to think that this is okay.
Right.
And it's not. Like, let's keep it a buck. You're a grown ass man. You're in your
Yeah,
30s. You are responsible for your actions,
true.
And granted, we all dealing with stuff. We all got stuff that we dealing with that's in the back of our mind that influences us, that makes us feel bad or small or insecure or upset or whatever. But it's just like it's still your job to manage your emotions. And I think that's when it goes back to having things in your wheelhouse. Again, not trying to be nobody's Dr. Damon or anything, not a licensed psychologist or mental health professional, but having tools in your wheelhouse to calm yourself down, at least so you don't go so far to the point where you have to apologize. So I think he does owe them an apology because they were not the ones that, triggered him or, pissed him off. And yeah, again, I see the grace, but at the same time, I think you need to hold people accountable for their actions. Like, I feel like Q has a lot of anger within him, and I just feel like he needs to find a way to like manage it before he does
Mhm.
something that he's gonna really regret, you know. Um, because that
I
anger is
agree.
blinding, like it seems.
I excuse me. I agree. Like,
Yeah.
baby, I don't know. It's unfortunate because he's a really handsome, talented young man, but like his emotions get
Mhm.
the best of him.
Yeah.
I feel like he wants to put on the like this we talked about it, maybe like a housewife persona where he presents like, oh, I host and I do this, and it's like
Mhm.
I'm fabulous, which he could be. He is fabulous, but I think it's
I'm sorry. Not to cut you off, but somebody said not a Valium baby.
my goodness.
Somebody sedate this man.
Damn, not a tranquilizer.
Jesus.
My goodness.
Just a little tame, just a little mood stabilizer, a little tranquil situation.
Goodness. I want to say sedate him, but maybe
Maybe a little melatonin. Put him to sleep.
a little cannabis,
Yes.
a little
Well, that
oil
could
maybe.
go. That can go. It got to be CBD.
That part,
Yeah, it got to be
yes, a
CBD.
little CBD.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, a little bit that, but like I said, Quentin is talented. He
Mhm. one hundred
like we all
percent.
do have work to we have work to do on ourselves, or whatever. But it's
Mhm.
unfortunate that him being as talented as he is, he lets his anger kind of control him in moments like these.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
unfortunately.
I agree.
I'm also
Um,
gonna stand on if my homeboy is spazzing, especially if we on vacation. And anybody, my homeboy, my brother, my sister, homegirl, anybody down with spazzing on vacation and it's progressing to where it could lead to physical violence, I'm removing him from the situation,
mhm.
like
Yeah,
immediately. So shout out to Noel Nick, shout out to Kendall, shout out to Dom, but y'all see y'all homeboy spiraling,
just
like,
spiraling, baby. At least
and
he
you know
wasn't
what this
spiraling
made
on the
me
streets
think
of
of?
Miami.
That part, that part. Now that's calling somebody else's name. Anywho,
Yes.
Carl slapping Quentin kind of reminded me of that episode of Hey Arnold where they bullied homegirl so bad, and Phoebe had to slap her to kind of get her out of that damn spiral.
Oh,
It
yeah.
also reminds me of that episode of SpongeBob where Patrick had to smack SpongeBob. I can't remember if it was the episode where his breath was hot, but SpongeBob was
Jesus.
spiraling. SpongeBob was spiraling, and Patrick had to slap him. So I kind of feel
Yes.
like this was kind of similar to that, where
Somebody just needs to
Quentin
shake
was
him.
like, "Yes,
Yes.
yeah." Quentin was
Bring him
spiraling, and Carl
back.
had to like, yeah, slap him back to reality.
Hmm.
Back to reality. Oh wait,
Yeah.
that's tracking. I'm sorry, but pretty much that part.
You ever
Um,
seen that edit where like somebody gets hit and it's the PS2 like startup sound? Yes, I feel like that's what it could have gave.
deep, 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 deep,
If I
deep.
have time, I'm gonna make that edit. Follow us on
Why?
Instagram for that edit, baby.
Why
Cause
was me and Travis talking about? Remember that PlayStation 2 me and Travis just had that we used to beat the shit of?
yes,
We
attacking
talking
that
about that the other
bitch.
day.
And then I'm
Yes.
like, how do y'all expect it to work if y'all are beating it up?
Hey, baby, yes, when we finally got that damn song to work. So yes, this just reminded me of that. Shout out to
Yes.
PlayStation 2, shout out to Sony. But
Was it the big one
goodness,
or the smaller one? The thinner one?
it was the big one.
The big one. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, we destroyed
Okay.
the larger one, the one that looked like a dictionary,
Yes.
baby.
Big and
That-
bulky.
yes, that
Yes.
big ass PlayStation. But
Yes, 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 yes.
yes, shout out to
Um
the cast of Chasing Atlanta. But
yes. Let me just highlight a couple
goodness.
comments. Somebody said, I'm screaming, what did the finger say to the face? Too funny.
Goodness.
Um, Roland Revenge said, I think Carl said one of the lies that apparently not too long ago, not too long ago, this is before he lost his mom, but still, who lost their mom?
I think he's talking about Quentin.
Q lost his mom? Did they talk about that on the show? I don't remember that. Hmm.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I mean, I don't remember them like him like talking about that. Of course I remember
Me
talking about him going
either.
to jail and being assaulted in jail unfortunately. Um but yeah, I don't remember him talking about that. I mean, again, I see where Noel is coming from because I do think we all deserve grace and clearly he's been through a lot this past year, on this show. But at the same time, you can't be acting like this and lashing out, like
Mhm.
it's just not appropriate. And it's not conducive to, who you like your actual emotions and you dealing with your emotions.
Right.
So I think both things can be true. And I think both things are needed. Holding somebody accountable while also giving them grace and being there to support them. But I think, like you said, that's where his friends come in. That's where Kendall comes in. That's where Sammy
Mhm.
comes in. That's where Dom comes in, and
I
Noel.
think Quentin might have had a slip up and thought he was on Baddies for me because I forgot Suki Hana did a season of Baddies. So maybe
Maybe.
she can get him on for a couple episodes where he can just crash out and just kind of do that and just kind
Yes.
of leave that away for chasing.
Hmm.
No shade.
With the ball fade. Yes. The or the blonde fade. Um Mary, shout out to you. They said they already had a conversation when Dom called them because Ken said he put his hair up with joggers. They had planned on jumping Carl. Ooh, you think they was planned on jumping him? Interesting. I will say another funny thing about Carl's fit is Kendall trying, being like, bitch, they were just going back and forth. He's like, bitch, you got on newspaper jogging pants. And Carl was like, and it's fabulous. I said, yes, the New York quote. Yes. Oh my God. That shit was so funny. That might be the funniest thing of this episode. Like, Cause he was really coming for him for wearing them damn jogging pants. I
Man,
feel like he would eat somebody up for wearing biker shorts. If you know what I mean. Shout out to basketball wives, but he would definitely probably eat somebody up for wearing biker shorts. But yeah. Um did you have anything else to say about this before we move on to another part of this Miami trip, the end of this Miami trip, I guess you could say?
no.
Okay. So, well, I guess we're not at the end just yet, but Kendall, Nova, and Sammy and Noel, they talk about what happened, and I want to say, shout out to Sammy once again because that body is T. Um, and I don't know if he went to FAMU or not, Florida A&M University. I'm pretty sure that's a HBCU, but
Hmm.
if he did, shout out to you for doing that. I didn't go there, but I recognize the logo and the shirt or whatever. But
Yes. I had
yeah,
a neighbor who went to FAMU in like the
okay.
late '90s. Monica's sister, Rayshawn. I don't know if you
Oh,
remember
okay.
her. Yeah, she went to FAMU.
Kind
Shout out to
of.
her.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they talk. I just feel like sorry, I'm trying to go through my notes. I wanted to also just highlight the fact I know some people were saying this in the chat, but or not in the chat, but in the comments of the actual episode. But girl, Nova, you had all this smoke for Althea, but didn't say anything to Q for hitting you in the chest with that damn shoe.
Hmm.
Like it's just choosy, as as you said, choosy. Um, not even a like. I feel like you owe me an apology because you shouldn't have. I didn't know you didn't mean to hit me, but you hit me. She ain't say nothing about that. She barely said anything about the room. So anyway,
Somebody said she didn't put in for the condo, so that's why she got the smallest room.
the Puerto Rican princess didn't put in.
That's what the comments,
Moneybags didn't put
chasing
in for
comments are saying.
the trip. What? Damn, I'm a little gagged by that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little surprised.
Mm.
Um, Someone said, I think it was, I'm sorry, I should have noted who said this, but I think it was, I don't want to say who I think it was, but someone said that they bought a wig and an outfit for Althea. I guess they have an issue with Althea because I guess they feel like, oh, it must have been Kendall because he said that she lied on him. And, he was trying to be friends with her and he bought her a wig and outfit. And I'm sorry, I don't know if she asked for it. I don't know what happened. But I will say if she didn't, that's weird. Like, I don't know why. Like, if you're just like, oh, hey, like, I have an extra wig. You want one? Like, or, oh, you want this outfit? I got this, for free or discounted or whatever. Like, okay, but it's like to try to throw that in her face, like, you doing her a favor was weird to me. Like,
I said the same
okay,
thing.
like, and she don't
I s-
even wear wigs like that or
mhm.
really at all. So it's like, okay, and like I don't need your wig or your clothes. Mama's comes through dressed every time,
Every
so
time.
didn't really need the outfit or the wig to be honest. But
I said the same thing. Like I felt that that was weird. Ken treats Althea like she's like charity almost.
like a
Like
project,
yeah, like
yeah,
oh like you were gonna be tucked up in your own room. I bought you this wig and like it's like homegirl. She doesn't need like a wig and clothing. She needs
yes,
friends. Like she needs
and
friendship. Like I don't
right.
understand what's not clicking. Like
And no shade, I feel like Noel was kind of doing that too. Like, and I don't think he meant it this way, but when he was like, "Oh, like she'll be able to be here, she'll have her own space, she'll be able to come," I'm like, "Why are you talking to her like she's a foster child? Like,
mhm.
she, I'm sure she has her own space wherever she's at. I mean, you know, I don't know her living situation, but she's never spoke on it. So to me, it's just like, why are you making it seem like
She
it's
doesn't seem
charity?
have a
Like
place to stay.
she's
Like
yeah, like weird. I feel like they kind of see that as them trying to support her, but I don't know. It kind of comes off as weird to me.
it
I don't know,
does.
but yeah, they talk about that whole situation. But after that, they have some fun. Finally, they go to a drag brunch, and this was such a key to me just to see them go from fighting and arguing all of that to just letting loose and letting all that energy out. I feel like I'm happy that Q was able to let out that energy because Baby was dancing down, twerking down. So I feel like that was him letting out all the negative energy and animosity he had built up.
Baby, and that 7 2 piece. I ain't mad at that.
Yes, and Peep, oh boy, I don't know if this is his fiance. Dude in the corner was eyeing him down, eating up nachos. I said, oh, I said, oh, is that thing thangin'? Is what he was wondering probably. No, but yeah, they were having a good time. I should have, I should have highlighted it, but I think it was Noel or it was somebody that had on a kitty cat wig, and I said, baby, that wig was made to be thrown off. Like,
Yes, Noel.
yes, Noel
Head
and
on
that
that
kitty
damn
cat
wig.
wig.
Yes, give it Norman
Um,
Freeman.
yes, definitely giving Norman Freeman.
No
Um,
shit to Noel. Love Noel.
yes,
Yes, that
and
wig
if
was
he's
petty as
giving Norman Freeman, I feel like he's also giving Wayman. Kind of,
hell.
kind of, you know. But yeah, they were dancing down.
Oh
I
my
live for
gosh.
them. And I hate to say it, but I do kind of wish they had a segregated like trip because I feel like this is similar to the New Orleans trip because like when he's like when I'm sorry when Q is with people that he enjoys, he has so much fun. Like this is giving
He
like
does.
New Orleans. Like they had such a good time as far as we could see from the show.
I'm
So
sorry. The comments, the
I
comments
haven't
are.
even been looking at the comments. What should I highlight? Let me get
Don't
into it.
highlight anything because somebody gonna take it personal, baby. When you get a chance, just go to the
Jesus.
comments. Shout out to the people in the comments. Shout out to the people in the chat, baby.
Jesus.
Y'all,
Would somebody say if I had pearls I would clutch them?
yes, pretty
Jesus.
much that part. Shout out to the people in the chat, baby. Yeah, when you get a chance, don't highlight anything, but when you get a chance, go back and read the damn comments, baby.
Yes,
They couldn't the fuck up.
I can't. Also, shout out to Shadiest in the building. Thank you for being here. Shadiest or Shadiest.
Yes.
Thank you for
Again,
being
shout out to the
here.
people who are going to watch this on the
Um,
playback. Shout out to the people who are right here. Like, comment, share,
yes, yes, yes,
subscribe, baby.
yes.
Chasing
Um,
Atlanta season 7, episode
mhm.
11, finale, baby. So yeah,
Yes,
shout out
thank
to the
you for
people
being
here.
here. Also wanted to highlight this comment. They said Jazzy Go said, "I feel like I see a trend on ATL franchises. Dark brown or brown trans girls always get attacked, but when they're lighter, they're so protected." Yeah, I mean, colorism is out here alive and well. I'm not saying anybody on this show is a colorist, but I do pick up what you're putting down.
Redacted's a colorist, but I've never really
Yeah,
picked up on that on this franchise. I've seen it more so on like the Dallas
really.
franchise. Yeah, I've never
Okay,
really picked up on like because I always feel like Kendra, Willa, and Seven were always
that's
treated
true.
equally.
That's true. I think I'm thinking of this show and then this season and then G Status.
Okay, okay,
But
okay.
I guess I'm sorry, I read it as just ATL. I read franchise as like the web reality shows in general, but
Got
they
you.
meant
Okay, okay, got you,
literally
got you,
this
got you.
franchise, so that's my fault.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah, this franchise, yeah, I don't know, but I feel like there's some weird stuff going on. And I don't want to accuse nobody of nothing. I'm just looking at what I see. But yeah, I do think that sometimes and I don't want to speak out of turn or whatever, but I do feel like sometimes like a lighter skinned trans woman, whether they're trans or not, a lighter skinned woman might be afforded that femininity that you won't give like a darker skinned woman. And so like with that femininity comes for some people the need to protect them, you know. Oh, you're so like you're so girly, you're so femme, and like for some people, femme equals, light skin and femme go hand in hand. Not to say that that's them, but I feel like in my experience, that's what I've seen. So, um, but yeah, G Baby Who Baby said we did all love Kendra, but some comments used to tear her up with the makeup and stuff at the beginning. They did used to drag her. They did used to drag her, but Mama's is eating now,
Yes, I love Kendra.
Um, but yeah, Jessica also said like T.S. Kendra, Willa, and Severin were definitely attacked a bit of bias. It's very on the low. They never did it to the girl on Dallas, Tony, or Nova. Interesting. I think she's talking about more so the audience. I would assume that you're speaking on. Maybe not so much the people on the show, but the audience, that responds to the show, maybe. But they had a good time. I also wanted to get your take on this situation because they on a boat. I don't know if it was a yacht. I don't know. The fact that it's a boat is great to me because I don't really be on boats like that. But
True.
they're
Boats
having
and
a good
hoes.
time.
Shout out to Step Brothers.
Boats and hoes, baby. Um, at the Catalina wine mixer. Um, but how do you feel about and we've had our foot on Q's neck, and of course we want to give him grace, not too much on Q. Um, him shaking up that damn bottle and letting it spray on everybody. How would you have felt about that? Because I think Tony at this point was just over
Yeah, the
everything,
whole
particularly
vacation,
Q.
the whole spiel.
Honestly, particularly Q, I feel like Q was pissing her off, and so
Hmm.
she was just like, "Bitch, why are you spraying me? Like, girl, why would you spray me with the bottle? You could have just uncorked it, like, you know." But how would you have felt about it? I don't think I
If
would have
I'm,
been that mad because I'm already in a bathing suit and
yeah, I
I
was
could
gonna
just
say if
get,
I'm dressed in like trunks or whatever, I ain't tripping. Now
yeah,
if the mosquitoes is super heavy that night, then there might
yeah,
be a little bit of issue. There might
mm-hmm,
be a little bit of a problem. But I do kind of want to backtrack to the end of the brunch where,
mm-hmm.
um, I think they went to their booking. Did they go to the booking before or after they got on the yacht?
After the yacht,
Okay, okay, so
yeah.
never mind. Never mind. So I wasn't actually mad. I said Quentin was on a boat giving strong Xander, because homeboy was trying his hardest to not make contact with Carl. So
I'm
I'm like, you know
screaming.
what? I can respect that. You trying
Yeah.
to be on this boat, be
Mm-hmm.
calm, be grown. I ain't mad at that. I said he
Right.
was serving looks in this pink blouse and
He
this
was.
speedo.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not mad at the champagne shower. Um, Personally, me, I
Kind
don't
of
like being on
sticky.
a boat. That part. You got to be careful. You know what? Never mind.
Hey.
They on a Tremel said tugboat. Like again, for me, I'm not familiar with boats, but they on this tugboat shoulder to shoulder with no life vest on. So I'm a little anxiety is a little bit through the roof on that. But other than that, I'm glad
I
that
hope
they
she
had a
can
good time.
swim.
Not she in distress. That part, baby. That part. Cause listen, it's dark.
Yeah.
Rescue in the unfamiliar water is gonna be a little crazy. So I'm glad that
Yeah.
they got on the boat. They had a good time. That part. I wasn't mad at this. I said if they had this in I said I hate to say this, but if somebody had got slapped on day one, I feel like the rest of the trip just would have been calm. Like,
I told you they should have got through this on day one, and then they would have been able to spend the rest of
yeah,
Miami having fun.
the rest
Like,
of the trip having fun. Yeah,
but
somebody
they
should have
wanted
definitely
to
got
be,
popped.
oh, I don't have a problem with this person. I don't
Hmm.
dislike this person. I don't have it, and it's like that carries into the whole, trip.
Yep,
When if they had just, did what they had to do, um, in the beginning, it would have been better, I think.
true. Yeah,
So,
somebody definitely should have got slapped at the pole dancing class, and the whole trip
yes,
just would have been
slapped or
enjoyable.
slobbed on, one or the other. Okay, something needed to happen. Something needed to happen. So,
That part.
just saying. But yeah, I think boat was cute. Them under the blue light was cute. I thought that they looked good.
Hmm.
Giving Keisha from Belly, every time I see
Hmm.
somebody, a black person in the blue light, that's what it gives.
Hey.
Yeah, that I think that was pretty much it from that. But um, I kind of had a little, I guess, not game, I guess you could say, but I kind of just wanted to go because that was kind of the end. They all kind of are leaving the condo in Miami, and now they're, just talking about their feelings and like how they felt about the entire season, their journey on the season. And I just kind of want to go through everybody and just give our opinions. And I kind of want to ask you and the people watching, shout out to y'all, um, did this person pass? Meaning, did they like set out to do what they wanted to do? Did they provide things to the show? Like, how do you feel about their run on this season? So, um, let me come out of this and pull it up. Okay. So let me. Wait, I don't know why I can't. Do you want to highlight some comments while I try to get this to work? Sorry, I'm gonna
It's
just
all
blame
good,
StreamYard.
man. Boom. Get into that. So apparently Nova fled after
Yeah, I
her
forgot
boo
about
caused it
that. I forgot about that. That's
and blocked her
crazy.
homegirls. I said that's real,
Hmm.
real interesting. I'm
But that was
surprised
y'all
that Ken
friend
Dolly.
though. That was y'all friend.
I'm
That was y'all
surprised they didn't pick
sister.
up on the vibe the morning after the debauchery, the altercation.
Hmm.
Like she wasn't really fucking with them. So I said,
And
what's your
it's
gift for
just,
going Puerto Rican?
and to me again, it's interesting who we call a culture vulture in this situation when first of all, it's giving me no black, me no
I've been
black, me
seeing that damn
Dominicana,
quote all
me
over
Puerto
Instagram.
Rican.
My goodness.
Um, and then the second, like something happens, y'all don't give her what she want, she block y'all. You know, it's kind of it's giving Jack Harlow vibes. Let me appeal to the blacks, and when they don't give me what I want, I'm gonna go to country. Who else is like that? Jelly Roll. Um, Malcolm Moore. Like I can keep naming them.
Miley Cyrus,
Miley Cyrus.
Justin
Yeah.
Timberlake.
Justin Timberlake. Like just let me go over here and hang with the blacks. I know they'll live for
Hmm
me. And then, once they give me what I don't, I mean what I want, or if they don't give me what I want, I'm gonna just leave them on red. So
Goodness.
that's kind of the vibes it was giving me. But yeah, I did peep that, and I was like, real interesting. But let's start with. Oops, somebody shady. They said not Drake and Cardi B. I'm not gonna highlight that. Let's not get into that. Anyway,
Wait, but
um,
yeah, before we get into that, Miss Rave, see, I just saw your comment um from
uh,
10 minutes ago, Miss Mamas. Shame on you.
highlight it.
Hell
Wait,
no.
don't highlight
No.
it.
No, do not highlight it.
I
No.
don't know.
Shout out to the people in the chat. No. Absolutely not.
You gonna have to tell me off off the situation after this. Let me know what's going on.
Asking if,
But
if there's money trappers being taken off the dresser.
oh, you know what? Now rave C, rave C. Ooh, you
Goodness.
can. You carrying actually. You carrying actually. That's a carry. But let's start with Ken Doll. What are our final thoughts on Ken Doll?
um, is this what like 0 out of 10, 0 out of 5, or just general thought?
I want to say pass or fail. Well, no, let's
Honestly,
do let's do let's do grades. Let's do letter grades cuz pass or fail is a little too black and white for me.
B minus.
B
I feel like
minus.
Ken has
Okay.
the potential. Like he's an
Mhm.
entrepreneur. I wish we saw more of his business, like what he like invest in, like what he his
Mhm.
business is, like his brand. I know he does like the hair care. I think he said skincare.
I
But
just
we just
remember
really
hair
saw like the
care,
hair
but
care.
yeah.
But yeah, I wish you could have saw more of his ventures, but he just got kind of like so wrapped up in like drama. Don't have him in the comments coming for us like J20.
Child,
So
he gonna be screaming into an
um
empty void because I don't care.
no
Anyway,
sir. Shout out to
Narrow
Ken
and
Dolly,
Vince
but
said
yeah, B
F
minus.
F plus is crazy. Um, B minus, okay, I can see that. B minus.
Yeah, B minus.
C minus, C minus. Kimani said whatever it is, it's a big fat zero. F plus is so funny to me. I don't know
My
why.
goodness.
Um, But yes, Jazzy Go said, my thoughts on Ken Doll. C plus, funny, can be nice, hard worker, very messy, big head, little. You know what? Needs to speak. Okay, you're giving more reads than positive. I don't know if this is C worthy.
Y'all just is not
Um,
living for Ken Dolly.
but
Like he
yeah,
has the like the talent and ambition and the
I would
drive,
give
but
him a B. I
yeah.
think he is a little more mature than I thought he was gonna be. I feel like he does kind of give mean girl energy, but I do feel like at the same time he doesn't give me mean spirited, if that makes sense. Like I feel like he's not the type that would kick you while you were down, as far as I know. But I do feel like he has his shady ways about him, where it comes off like a mean girl. But I do think that he is successful, just in the way that he presents himself. The hair care line,
Hmm.
they that turned out well. He organized that really well. He performs.
Hmm.
I feel like if you're not his type of person, I feel like that's where the issue would come in. But if you are similar to him and like present how he presents, like in a polished way, I feel like he might like you and treat you well. But I don't feel like he has really any hate in his heart. Um, so I would give him like a B. I do want to see more of him though. I would like to see him on next season, to be honest.
Me too.
Don't know if he's gonna if that would be good for him, because Mama's is a little, takes things a little too personally for my liking. But you know, hey, first
I feel
season
like
is
that's.
always,
I was just about to say that.
yeah, a
Yeah.
listen. Let that be a
What
learning
Masika
lesson.
call them season one bitches. They usually
There we
take
go.
it to heartless.
There we
So
go. There we go.
most
Um,
personal.
Roland Revenge, you're too funny. Don't do J Twine. He gave us a big fat F.
Right.
Okay,
Jay Swan did it to
so he
himself.
failed us. He failed us. G Baby Who Baby said, he has the chase part of that for sure. He has the chase part of
Hmm.
that for sure. Yes, 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 yes. Um, yeah, I think not too bad. Live for him in a way, but not fully. But yeah, I was gonna say something shady, but let's move on.
It is.
Shout out to Ken Dolly. But next, and I'm just going in the order of the way that they put them on the show. So Q, aka Quintana, aka Quentin. How we feel?
AKA
Do we ever get into this fit? Cause
is
it's given like it's very gay, but very like 70s, but also giving like ice
yes,
skater vibes. I don't
it
know.
is. It is giving Ice Skater. It's also giving Kryptonian from Superman. Remember them villains that was
Yeah.
dressed in all black?
Hmm.
This kind of giving that. Like I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
He should have a little bit more hair on his chest, but overall,
Just a little bit.
I'll give Quentin a B minus.
I'm gonna give him a
Actually,
C.
yeah, C plus.
I'm gonna
Let
give
me
him a
go
C
with C plus.
plus. Yeah. Um.
Talented, but very, and nothing is wrong with it. It's hard on his sleeves, but his heart is on his sleeve in kind of like detrimental ways, if that makes sense. Something that could
Yes.
possibly lead to. So, again, we're all a work in progress, but homeboy, if you come back
Hmm.
for season two, you got to get it under control. You can't be just spazzing on people and being all
Right.
self-censored, especially when people are like coming to support you. The whole situation with your birthday and
Yeah, that left a
you,
bad taste in my mouth.
yeah, being shady
Not gonna
towards
lie.
Tony
Yeah.
and yeah, left a bad taste in my mouth. But I'll give him a C plus. If
Yeah.
he kept the same drive that he had episode one, that when it came to his event fashion show, if he just been consistent like that, he
Right.
would have been a joy. Because I love fashion, especially
Hmm.
couture, high fashion. So
And I feel
hopefully,
like
if he
he
comes back next
could.
season, you can see that.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like, he has done some things. Uh, but I feel like towards the end, like the second half of the show, he just kind of showed his ass a little
Hmm.
too much for my liking. And I feel like there's a lack of maturity there that I feel like he needs to work through. And, I want to say I give him grace for, the things that he's gone through and having the courage to be vulnerable enough to share those things. Like, obviously, I would not think it's easy to talk about the things that happened to him when he was in jail. Or, I don't know if he lost his mom, so I won't speak on that. But, just the things that he's gone through that he talked about on the show, that takes a lot. So I will say I commend him for that. But at the same time, like, we, I feel like holding somebody accountable is because you want them to do
My
better. You want them to be
goodness,
better. Like, you know, what you, what are you reacting to?
the comments, baby.
Child, here you go. Here you
Well,
go.
I'm just reading. I'm just reading the comment. I didn't leave it. My goodness. Jazzy
um,
go, baby. I'm gonna just
C.
Goodness.
Fashionable, fun, talented, good dancer. Agreed. Poor coping skills, unhinged,
Unhinged.
volatile, maybe a benefit of the. You know what?
Goodness.
Let's. I'm gonna take this down. I'm.
I said, oh my, yeah, that probably shouldn't have been highlighted. Y'all, shame on y'all in these comments. Shout out to
Yes.
everybody that's here, but shame on y'all in
We
these
came to
comments.
Key and y'all definitely came to Carrie.
Oh my
Racy said
goodness.
D minus, he needs to heal.
Needs to,
And I think that that
yes.
is a good way to put it because I
Damn, I'm
don't
gonna
want
step
to,
away for like 1 second. I'll be right back.
okay, I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to just like, like, I don't know, I just don't want to like come too hard down on him, but I do feel like he needs to heal 100%. But yeah, but yeah, let's move on to somebody else. My boy Sammy. Um, I enjoyed Sammy this season. I know some people said that he was a bone carrier, which I kind of agree with. But like I said, it's a job that somebody needs to do on this show. But yeah, I like Sammy. I enjoyed him a lot on this show. I feel like he's a great performer. Um, he's beautiful. He seems like a nice guy. He doesn't seem like mean or mean spirited. Like I said, he ate down on that performance for the what was it, out the closet, or what was it called? Something about the closet, that event that he did. And then
Hmm.
of course the first event he did at my sister's, I'm just forgetting everything right now. Was it my sister's keeper, my sister's room, something like that?
Oh, I forgot the name of
MTR, something like that.
the
But
lesbian barber he performed at.
but yeah, so he's very talented. I see a star quality in him. I would give him a B plus.
Same.
I would love to see him back. I think that he has things to show. He has things to chase. He has a story. I live for him. And you said you also give him a B plus.
Yeah, I give him a B plus. I think
Okay.
Sammy's very talented. Again, I said like a little fence rider, straddles the fence a little bit, but
Hmm.
I feel like I won't say he gets a pass, but because he brought a lot to his first season, this season, I feel like it's kind of like easy to overlook. So like
Yeah.
because he's a hard worker, he's driven. Um, I feel like he's one of the few individuals we get to see balance like home life with his work life and then with
Right.
this chasing the web series life. So I think Sammy is a really dope individual. Like I would like to see him back. Not crazy about this damn shirt, this fit.
I'm
The
not.
shirt
I'm not.
is
And you know what? I just saw a movie. Shout out to anybody who even knows what I'm talking about. But this movie, Faces of Death, it's a slasher movie, but the killer had on like a tank like that, like a long sleeve body tank, and it was like mesh, not mesh, it was flesh tone, but he was also body
goodness.
down. And I was like, now why he got this on? Now it kind of gives me that. It reminds me of that. Like, shout out to anybody that knows
Goodness,
what I'm talking
baby.
about. The
This is
movie Faces
it.
of Death, but that's what it was given a little bit.
Give me an ice skater. Love
Yes.
Sammy down, but not crazy about the fit. But yeah, I
Yeah.
would like to see Sammy back for season eight. Season
Hmm.
eight.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm
I
sorry.
could definitely see him
Yeah, season
carrying
eight. My bad.
a story. But some people said Sammy B minus, beautiful man, face and body, seems kind, talented, stylist, wishy washy, scary, sugar baby. Oh, Jesus, not a sugar
Goodness.
baby. May benefit from a tutor or book club. You know what, Jazzy Go? I don't know why I keep highlighting you. Shady.
I keep telling your ass not to highlight the goddamn
Shady. I don't. My issue is that I look before I highlight, or I highlight
comment.
before I really like read. I just highlight it and then read it or whatever. But um,
Goodness.
Christina Thomas, shout out to you. Thank you for being here. They
Yes.
said B plus. I love I love a talented messy cutie. Yes, my words exactly. Um. Oh, my sister's room. Thank you, Roland. I said, not my sister's keeper. My
My goodness.
Woo. G Baby Who Baby said Sammy gets a B minus. That's was for the messy parts, not offering any resolution. Yeah, I can see that. Um, the messiness didn't really add to like clarify anything, but
True.
I feel like the messiness does, contribute to some of the messy dramatic moments that I kind of live for sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
Um, then we got oh, somebody said Ken would kick you while you're down, Afia. He see her down. That's a good point. That's a good point.
True.
That's a good point. But yes,
Yeah.
I would say B plus. I do like him, and I would like to see him come back for another season. I could see him on like a network show.
Hmm.
Like there are a couple people on this season where I could literally see them on Bravo TV, VH1. Something when they finally create another reality show for the gays. I could see him being on his Cynthia Bailey shit. like, um, but yes, moving on. Carl, K
Hey, Star.
Star, Carlita, how we feel?
Hey, hey, Tens across the
Period.
world. You know, I'm a Carl stan. I'm gonna always be a Carl stan.
Yes,
Like I've
yes.
been a fan of Carl since fucking like where was actually since G Status season 2 when
Okay.
he was in the back co-signing Mikey when his
Yes.
beef with Sherrod. So I've been
Yes.
A fan of Carl for like a really long time. I think he's super talented, dope.
Mm-hmm.
He is somebody who like is their authentic selves, and he's
Right.
just entertaining like no matter what he has going on. So I just live for his energy. I live for his wit, his sarcasm,
Right.
him knowing how to play like the villain, and he plays the villain just so fuck. Nobody else has played the villain like it's like New York. Like if
Yeah.
people want to be like the villain like New York, Carl does it so fucking well. Like
And that's what I was
it,
trying to.
I love Carl. Like a,
Yeah.
just a,
I'm
goddamn.
gonna say. Well, before I give my letter grade, I basically kind of biting off of what you said. I feel like that's also maybe not why some of the other people are upset, but I just feel like he has a charisma and a charm that people like, and I feel like
Hmm.
some of the other people on the show don't have that. So I feel like when
Hmm.
they try to be messy or they try to be shady, it's like it doesn't come off the same way because they don't have that charm and that charisma and that cheekiness that he has. It's like I don't know. He has a talent that can't be denied, but he knows how to play the villain. But you
Hmm.
know that like he's not mean spirited. You know he's
Right.
not trying to be like an asshole. He's just being
Hmm.
messy and being, shaking shit up. Which I appreciate. I will say I want to give him a B plus because I did want to see more of his chase. I did want to see more of the rapping. We did get some, of course, but I would have liked to have seen a little bit more and just also more about his like home life. I know he has a partner. I don't, of course, maybe his
Hmm.
partner did not want to be on the show, but I wanted to see a little bit more of his life and just who he is outside
Yes,
of
I want to
that.
see these bitches be housewives or desperate
Yes,
housewives, baby. Put these
yes,
bitches on Wisteria Lane and let's see how that
child, they would tear that shit up.
go.
They
Shout out
already
to my girl
reeling
Betty
from
Applewhite.
right. They already reeling from the Apple
Betty
Whites.
Applewhite came through that
Child,
bitch.
had old boy in that basement, baby.
Remember she went
Ooh,
to open the door and he ran through her ass?
yes,
Straight truck the shit out of her.
right. Ran down her ass. Move out of the way! Like literally giving that. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness,
Yes, yes,
baby.
yes.
Yes. Put them on
Um,
Wisteria Lane. Oh my goodness.
yes,
I love
yes,
her Carl.
yes.
I love her Carl.
Kiwani said A plus 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 plus. Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. Um, Roland Revenge said, and he did show vulnerability. He did. He did. He talked about, losing some people in his life. I kind of just wanted to see more of just his, home life. He did talk about that, which I appreciate, but I wanted to see more of just like, who he is when he's not playing that villain. And I don't know. Maybe if the season was longer, maybe if he comes back for another season, we will get that from him. Um, Rave C said A minus for playing nice too easy. Said you could have been could have went harder. Okay.
I'm glad
Um
he did. Like this was a perfect way for him to enter like the chasing road as a
mhm.
like a cast member. Like he
Yeah.
came in and it wasn't like too much,
Mhm.
and it wasn't like he's not doing enough. So like I feel like when he comes back, I think he's even told us this before. Like
Yeah.
he when he did Web Life, he kind of turned it up because he wanted to do season two. When he
Right.
got casted for season two, it's like I could tone it down because like
Yeah.
I don't have to do much. Like I'm still my authentic self, but I don't have to be extra because I'm casted. So hopefully he kind of has that mentality going into season eight for chasing. Like he
Mhm.
was extra as fuck and entertaining like this season. So hopefully like I feel like next season he'll be like kind of reserved, not reserved, but toned down. Like
Yeah. Agreed.
it'll it don't be so like in your face aggressive. It'll be like
Mhm.
I won't have an issue with me unless you. I won't have an issue with you unless you start with me. I kind of see that
I'm
as kind of
sorry.
the
I
case.
want to highlight this comment because Christina Thomas said, "A plus. He is the birthday."
He's the birthday. That part.
Yes, he is the birthday. Too
He the
funny.
birthday.
Um, Jazzy Ghost said, A minus, funny, multi-dimensional, lighthearted, a fun villain. Loyal, brings the fun, charismatic, protects women, nice, fave cast member. Okay. A little loud, should let Tramiel style him. Now that last one, you might have ate with that one. Cause I agree. I do kind of live for Carl's fashions though, cause they match his personality. But I could see him stepping into something new. But he's the birthday. That's still sending me.
That part.
Um, and they also say he was a villain in the eyes of the elites. Yes, yes, for
Carl
sure.
dresses like Edie from Desperate Housewives. A lot of housewives talk going on.
Yes, I could see that. I could see that.
Very. I wanted to say Gabby,
Kind
but
of
Gabby
cunty.
dresses like an old woman. But yeah, it's very cunty, but
Yeah,
kind of it's out there.
yeah.
Like he explores, and I love that for
Gabby
him.
was a
But
little too more
too
reserved, I
catalog,
guess.
yeah,
Yeah, too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
way too catalog.
Edie gave more like pin up. Like, yeah.
Yes, and
Um,
Edie was, I think, yeah, body. Like she
she
actually had to
was.
for more kind of pin up, kind of
Hmm.
more high fashion looks, whatever. But anywho, Carl and his fashion, I live for. I love the
Hmm.
dress, baby. I love when you have it up in a bun, because when you know, like when Carl's dress are in a bun, the mess is
The mess is coming. A messy bun. You know it's coming.
coming.
Um, so let's proceed on to Tramiel, his partner in crime. Um, I,
Tramiel,
I don't know how I feel about Tramiel this season. I feel
B
like
minus.
okay, B minus. I like Tramiel. I feel like Tramiel has some good moments. I do feel like I wanted Tramiel to be a little more. I wanted him to have a little more fun. And I don't know if there was something going on behind the scenes. He did kind of start this season saying that he had broke up with his partner. So maybe that was kind of lingering in the back of his head. And then, of course, getting into it with the elites. Maybe
Hmm.
that was, also something that, he also just seems like a person where it's like, bitch, I don't really have time for you. Like, I'm not about to invest. I already don't have a lot of energy. I don't want to put energy into you. Like, I'd rather not. So I get that. But I just wanted him to have a little more fun.
Me
I
too.
do appreciate him showcasing his music more than once and him kind of speaking on, what led him to make the music that he makes. Even though I didn't really live for that country single, I do live for him experimenting. So yeah, I would probably say like a B. I would say a B. Solid B for
Okay,
me. Um, I
I'm
think
not mad
that
at that.
yeah, I think he knows he can be messy, but I feel like he also knows when to play the backseat.
I just want to know what the issue is with Kendall. Like, did they have? We've been asking this question from the start. Nobody has and never said yes or no.
I think
Yes or no. You can't say yes or
it's
no. Yes or no. Beep beep beep. Because shots from 911. But
yes,
nobody's ever told us what the issue with Kendall and Tramel is. Like,
right.
was it the whole? Was it Kendall telling Althea like, get your friend? He's messy. Was it
Hmm.
that? Because okay,
I think
like,
it's just gay drama. I
what's
think
the I'm
because I
just gonna
think
go with the narrative that they had. Can we be sued or be hit with a cease and
well, I
desist
don't
if we
know.
allege that they had
Ken
relations,
Ken Dolly might
consensual
have the
relations?
time and the coin to play in court,
True.
so I would just say
Well,
allegedly.
listen, until they say yes or no. Like, baby, they might have had allegedly. So,
I'm dead.
I'm just like, what's the issue? But Tramel B minus talented. I do appreciate that we saw more of his music. When people
Mhm,
say artists, I want to see music every fucking episode. Now I know that's like probably not possible because people have their
mhm.
9 to 5 and
Yeah,
stuff like that. But baby, if it's called chasing, you gotta grind. I want to see the
right,
grind. So when people say music, musicians, I just want to see people working on music.
right.
11 episodes, and maybe
Get in the
8 out of the
studio and make
that
some
part.
beats, okay?
11 episodes. I want to see maybe 7 out of 8 episodes. People need to be in
Mhm.
the studio making music, dropping,
Yeah.
making performances, doing performances, all of that. So I love Tramel. I just want to see. I just like you said. I wish he was kind of more relaxed, kind of more at ease, so that he could have
Yeah.
kind of
He was
experienced this
tense.
season. Yeah, this season more, and kind of had his head kind of focused on like something else, like his talent or his crafts. But I enjoy Shamil. I think he's a very handsome, talented man.
Yeah.
Shout out
No
to the corporate mouth baby.
yes, corporate mouth. No shade, but could you imagine if he was on this show by himself? I'm not saying that he wouldn't be able to make it, but I don't know. I feel like I wonder how this would have went if it was just him.
Somebody would have got tased. Somebody would have
Tased or
got tased.
maced. One
Probably
or the other.
tased.
Yeah.
No shade. Tramiel is a white woman. You know he giving a taser on him,
yeah.
baby. He gonna have you at least a good 10 yard advantage on you. So you, it's gonna be a
yes.
taser. But yeah.
Um
Shout out to Tramiel. Shout out to Tramiel.
Jessica said B minus. Funny, quick witted, sweetheart, stylish, kind of very kind and sensitive, good conflict resolution skills, fair, a little picky, no nonsense. Wish he could have engaged a bit more. Seemed sad. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of picking up on. Like he just seemed kind of disconnected from the show,
Mhm.
and I don't know if like. Cause I feel like he is kind of like a more sensitive person, which again, I'm not. That's not shade or me a dig at him. Like I think it's good that he knows that he's sensitive, but I feel like I don't know if it's that or what, but he just seemed kind of sad and removed, especially towards the end of the season. He just seemed kind of over it, so I'm not sure. But I do appreciate him showcasing his music and just letting us in on his life. But yeah, let's move on. Um, Noel, how do we feel about
Noel motherfucking Mix. A. I'm
A?
also
Ooh,
giving that Will
okay.
an A. I stand Will. Like I
Yes.
love Noah's personality. I love how
Mm-hmm.
authentic he is.
Yeah.
He is another cast member that came on with like a stellar debut, literally about his craft, his
Mm-hmm.
talent, networking with other talented individuals like himself. So I also love that like he was also one of the only people from kind of really the other side to give Althea a chance to kind of understand like where she was coming from. He was also the
Mm-hmm.
voice of reason. Like I just love that. Like he kind of didn't just ride the wave of other people. He thought for himself and he processed what was going on for himself. So
Right.
um, I just love Noah. I love the fashion. I love the confidence, baby. Noah's a key. He's entertaining. Like I said, he's like literally up there in entertainment with Carl because people who are like just authentic and carefree, it's like, bitch, what you gonna say to me?
Right.
Like, what the fuck you gonna do to me? So Noah is like one of those people that's just made for um reality TV. Like
I
so goddamn
agree.
funny.
I agree.
So fucking
I don't. I guess I would give him a. I guess I could give him an A. I could give him an A. I mean, I'm a little strict, so I'm just like I
funny.
don't know. A is not many people get an A out here, but no, I could see that. I think he's performed. I think his
hmm
music is good. Um, I do think he has a positive outlook. He can be a little annoying sometimes, but I think it's he's genuine, and I think that he is, we can all be a little annoying sometimes, but I think he's genuine. I think he has a positive outlook for the most part. And I appreciate that. And he's shown us like, his friend group, his music, even dating. So I feel like
hmm
yeah, A is deserved because he's shown us so many facets of his life, I would say. Um
Hey.
But yeah.
Damon, can you highlight that comment from Ray C? She gave him an F. My
Oh
goodness.
Jesus. Rave C is on one today.
He ditched the girl. My
Wait,
goodness.
what? Why did he this really reality BTV? Oh, okay. What
Goodness.
happened there? Um,
I'm sorry. I
yeah,
think yeah, no, it was a key. So
he is a
entertaining.
key. Yeah,
Um,
he's a key. But I mean, I will be honest. He is one of the people that kind of gave like y'all don't know what it's like to be on this show, so don't like basically like don't have
mhm.
opinions. And it's just like, girl, you signed up for it, so
True. Yeah,
like what?
very much
You put
that.
yourself in a position. You know how reality TV works,
Mhm.
but that's nothing compared to what he's shown on the show. So I appreciate him. I think A is deserved. Um, he is a natural for reality TV. I would agree with that. I think he has the personality. I could also see him on Bravo or
Mhm.
um, all those network shows.
Baby, put Noel on Vanderpump Rules. Put some color up in that damn in
Child,
that salt shaker.
they would not know how to
My
take him.
goodness.
They would not know how to take him. um, he was on a review and said he
Goodness.
hate her.
My
That's weird.
goodness.
Okay, not
Ooh,
hate.
yeah.
You
You
hate
don't use that word.
me?
My
Like, if
goodness.
I was her, I'd be like, "Oh, you hate me? Oh, you hate me? You take a lot of energy to hate somebody. I'm just
It
saying.
does.
Like,
It
it
does.
takes a lot. Um,
It does.
you ain't fuck my man. You ain't steal my money. You ain't. I don't think I can hate you. But that's Noel, and I also want to highlight Noel's fashions because he's somebody that plays in the feminine mask.
Mm-hmm.
And I think his looks are also very quirky and it matches his personality for sure. So I will say that.
Ugh.
Your good girlfriend, your bestie, your Puerto Rican princess.
F. Actually, maybe M. We
M.
can go right the fuck along.
What is M for?
Misguided, misinformed,
Okay. Okay.
misconstrued, whatever the fuck you want to call it. This
Miss
bathroom break. Heavy on that. I would know.
not
That would be
bathroom break.
yeah. That's that,
Shout out
baby.
to anybody who
M for mute.
watches yes. Shout out to anybody who watches Alexander Rogers whenever something happens and he don't see it, like a show he's reviewing, he'll be like Best Fiends, baby. He's on his phone playing Best Fiends. I feel like that's what this situation is giving. Best Fiends. Shout out to Alexander Rogers. But yes, that is too funny.
that.
What can we say that we haven't already? You know what's actually so funny? In her little exit monologue, she kind of she was saying like, "Oh, I know I made some mistakes and I'm trying to learn from them." And I'm like, "Hmm?" Like cuz I'm like, as far as we know, you haven't admitted to nothing.
Hmm.
As far as we knew, you was all right and she was all wrong. You could do no wrong. You were just here, you were the victim, all of that.
Hmm.
So for her to say that, I was like, okay, that's weird. Like you never
Ah.
mentioned that, but
I'm sorry.
are
I
you talking
gotta
about
highlight
Dangerous
this.
Minds?
Yes, baby, because I go for Dangerous Minds, baby. I go for the girl Michelle
No
Pfeiffer.
shade. It
That's
is
one of
kind
my
of
favorite
giving freedom
movies.
fighters, or not freedom
Yes,
fighters, freedom writers.
it's
It's giving that.
yes,
It's giving inner city, no
yes,
shade. But
baby. The inner city, baby.
yes.
Um,
Um
maybe
but
the
yeah,
inner
I
sewers, no shade.
you know what?
Remember that that cutaway of Family Guy when Brian ran away with the Peter Smith's dog, and they got into that hotel. So it's all
Yeah.
bad roaches in here. My goodness, I cut you so bad,
Wasn't
you
they
not gonna.
Spanish?
Yes,
Baby. I'm
my
about to pull you out.
goodness.
I'm about to pull you out. I'm about to pull you out this live. Cause why do I remember that?
That's what it's giving, baby. No shade.
Not the
And
roaches
I
had a
love Dangerous
Spanish
Mind.
accent.
Yes.
I could not.
Goodness, baby. That's what it's giving.
Terrible. No, but
Little Miss Puerto Rican, baby.
if I'm gonna
Mm, mm, mm.
extend, like I said, I feel for everybody on this show. I don't know what it's like to have all like so many people like critiquing you and looking at you. So I think it takes a lot of courage to do this show for everybody. My biggest
Agreed.
issue, one of my biggest issues with Nova is that she just didn't really she didn't show anything. Like, we get to the end and she's like, "Well, I'm getting, my I'm getting breast augmentation, I guess you could say, or I'm getting my breast done." And it's like, "Okay, but why are we waiting to the very end to see that?" It's like I don't get it. And then it's like you when we did a review, she came through and dropped a link to a single or talking about she got a single, but I'm just like, we didn't even know you to do music. So I don't know. To me, it just seemed like I don't know if she got on the show late. I don't know if she just has nothing going on. Personally, I do think it gives dangerous minds because Mama's has the mentality of a high schooler to me.
Hmm.
But I just hope that she grows as a person. Um, Nobody's perfect, but I do hope that she learns from this situation. And, some people you can't help. I personally don't want to see her on my screen ever again, to be honest. She didn't really provide anything for me, but,
Hmm.
if we're just talking about her, I hope that she finds healing on her journey because, baby, that insecurity is eating her up. Like, and I hate to see it, but from what we have seen of her, I would give her like a D, maybe. That's pretty
That's
much
generous of
it.
you. Yeah.
I would give
Okay.
her a D, probably. Yes, learn something from this. Um, definitely giving that. Definitely giving that because this is a opportunity. Like this is a huge platform. Like this
Yes.
opportunity is pretty big. Like
Hmm.
hundreds of thousands of people watch this show. So you know, accumulatively. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty
Throughout
much
the
she
whole
gonna have to get
season.
in where she fit in because
Yeah,
she's gonna encounter a shitload of dark skin hairstylists and makeup artists and nail
yeah.
techs, and they were like, girl, like,
And baby girl, I'm sorry, that light skin is not gonna save you. That light skin is not gonna get you further than you already are. It's really not. You think you the only light skinned baddie with a middle part? Like no, like it's a dime a dozen. You got to come with something else. So a lot of these girls come in, they think, oh, me being light skinned, me being Latina, me being this, me being that, that's gonna get me in the door and that's gonna keep me somewhere. No, it's not. You got to come harder than that. But but that's all I
that
really got to
part.
say about her. Um, let's move on to Althea,
Speaking of the
the
goddamn
girlie
queen.
she was chasing all season. Um,
A, A
hey,
across the board,
okay,
A across the board.
you
I
give her a
stand
okay.
Althea.
Hmm.
I love her confidence, her energy. I just like her energy, her aura, her vibe, her values, like what she stands for. Her literally raising a child solo and just facing the world and not letting that break her.
Hmm.
I just absolutely love Althea. Her hustle. Um, I'm
Yeah,
upset that whatever happened with Nova kind of made that take a backseat to what she actually came on the show to broadcast and showcase.
right.
But yes, I love Althea. I would love to see her back for season 8. Um, hopefully in like a clearer, kind of more like stable headspace.
Yeah,
Um, I feel like in order to be on a show like this, or just not even in a show on a show like this, but just kind of in life, you kind of have to be ready to kind of deal with like
anything that comes your
adversity.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
adversity. I feel like she was kind of a little naive coming
Hmm.
to the show, but I feel like this was like a learning experience for her.
Right.
Definitely to not be like so trusting of individuals like so soon,
Right.
but yeah, Althea's my girl. Like I love Althea down, so an A for me.
Agreed. And before I get into my how I feel about her, I did want to clarify something because I do feel like I misspoke because I see people in the chat. I don't see Nova as light skinned, but I think her having because I mean I'm one of those people that thinks light skin is reserved for black people. Like, but at the same time, I feel like on this show, I guess you could say more so it's her being Latino because she doesn't identify as black. So her being Latino and having these features or whatever is not going to save her or get her further than she already is. That's how I feel. But I do agree. I'm not like the type of person that thinks that like non-black people can be light skinned. Like to me, that's a term that's reserved for black people. But anyway, moving on to Althea, I honestly I agree with you. When you first said A, I was like, because again, I'm a strict bitch. But at the same time, I'm like, no, I agree with that. I think she has shown her singing ability. She's performed. She's giving something. She's given a uniqueness to the show. I mean, she's eclectic. She fashioned down. It's not like
Mhm.
she's just like, oh, just a cute girl. Like she's a cute girl that can put that shit on, and she has a uniqueness to her that I think is just very interesting to me. She's fashionable, like I said. She's usually cheerful and just fun. And I think the fact that she was able to deal with being ganged up on, honestly, and just like all the like issues that honestly I don't even think she warranted. Like she didn't even start anything. I feel like yeah, that deserves an A. Like for you to be able to take all of that and like still stay and like be around while you have a kid, while you're quitting your job, like I think that just shows like um how she perseveres. And I think that that's worth celebrating and respecting. So yeah, I would give her an A. I hope she shows up for next season. I think that her uniqueness and her creativity and her eclecticness is needed on a show like this, whether she's a cisgendered straight woman or not. I think she's proof that you don't have to be queer to be on this show. You just have to be creative, and she is black, so there's that. But yeah, I could see giving her an A. I like her.
That part.
So
Yes, I look proud
um
for you.
and it seems like a lot of
That's
people agree with us. Fifi gets an A. Um she so shady. She just needs a vocal coach.
fine.
I think her voice, especially when I think of people like SZA, I feel like it's very unique. Like I feel like not every singer is gonna be like a Beyonce or a Kiki Wyatt or like a Clark sister. Like I don't think everybody is meant to just be like a ooh they can sing. Like I feel like some people it's like
Yeah, but
okay
you
like
gotta have your Ashantis and Sierras and your
okay
mid-tempo girls, baby. Your
okay.
mid-tune girls, baby.
You
Your
she
tune
not whisper
girls.
singing,
True.
so there's that.
True. That part, very true.
Yes, and Alfia still showed up for work. I know that's right. And there were times where she was disrespected. I will say that. And I'm willing to stand on that. She was disrespected by multiple people on the cast. They had the nerve to have an issue with her email. But I'm like, these are her feelings. Like, you can
Hmm.
be mad that this is how she feels. She ain't call nobody, no, well, she didn't call nobody out their name or nothing like that. She just said, I didn't feel protected. I feel like she expressed herself very well in that email from what I saw. And maybe that's why some of the girls were mad. They can't express themselves as well. Maybe I don't know, but I didn't see anything wrong with it. Um, but yeah, I think that yeah, she deserves an A from us. Shout out to her, and let's move on to the next person.
Oh, it's another
I
something
think
else.
another. I think another. I think I see another A
Same here.
from Tony. I think I see another
Same
A.
here.
I think I might see an A plus.
I'm like, okay,
I think I might. Listen.
okay.
There was some times where it was a little shaky. I'm not gonna lie, especially with the whole Althea situation. I was like, ooh, I feel like you stepping in to clarify a lot of stuff
Hmm.
on Nova's behalf, but
Hmm.
not for Althea. And I get
Hmm.
it. Like she is a cisgender woman, cisgender straight woman in a queer space, but let's I don't know. Like to me, it was given a little too much on one side, but I live for Tony. I think Tony
Same
is
here.
very wise, very eloquent, um, activist, obviously. So I feel like she's able to present herself and speak in a way that commands attention and respect. I think she's very no nonsense, like some people have said. Um, I appreciate her. I love her. The things that she's shown going to Australia, I feel like that's big. Like showing ballroom culture in Australia, like that's amazing. I think honestly, out of everybody on this cast, like I feel like she's somebody that could have their own, like mini series or
Hmm.
own show, like because she has a lot going on. She's again an activist. She works in HIV prevention, ballroom. She's an icon. I live. Um, I can't say nothing. I can't say enough about her, to be
Same,
honest.
same, same. I live for Tony. Even like last season when she was first introduced, like I loved her energy and just how
Mm-hmm.
positive she was and how just uplifting she was. So I love Mother Tony Bryce. Again, I
Mm-hmm.
love that in a fucking just sea of chaos, she was able to kind of to find herself and then she removed herself. So I kind of
Right.
wish other people, like we always talk about, it's usually the masculine energy that's running amok on these goddamn shows. You need the feminine energy that's
Yes.
gonna
Yes.
be
Yes.
the
Yes.
balance and kind of. So I kind of feel like Tony is that individual, and I
Mm-hmm.
absolutely love that she is that individual. Like you said, I love the trip that she took to Australia to experience like their scene and like their ballroom. And the fact that she was able to walk in a ball in
Mm-hmm.
Australia and win a fucking category. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
just something else that she can put on her resume. I feel like
Yeah.
Tony, every time she steps in front of a camera, like she's just it's another kind of like accolade being added to like her resume or her name. So I
Yeah.
love that the community like embraces her and uplifts her, and I love that she pours that back into the community with like her, her being an advocate and
Right.
the healthcare work that she does. So I really can't say anything like bad about Tony. Like you said, other than the Althea situation, I was kind of side eyeing her, but I love Tony Down. I know
She's
she
one
was
of
one of the
the.
individuals. Sorry to cut you off. I was just
No,
gonna
go
say
ahead.
she was one of the individuals, one of the cast members who was kind of like questioning like the reviews, like if we were kind of like being shady or like what's going
Right. I'm
on.
like,
So it
girl,
was the
what?
review,
Like,
yeah,
no,
with
we live
her
for you.
thumbnail and the family or whatever. So I just want to say
Yeah.
that, Mother Tony, baby, we adore you, we love you, we stand you.
Mm-hmm.
Keep doing what you do.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
She is like
Yes.
the embodiment of fucking chasing. She's on
Mm-hmm.
par with Mother Ariel and Monroe. Now I know y'all
Yes.
tired of
She's
us saying
sitting
this
with
shit,
sitting with
baby.
her.
We
Yes.
gonna always reference season 3 of Chasing Motherfucking Dallas, baby. If you
Yes. The
have
golden
not watched,
season.
yes, the
Goated
standard.
season.
That sets the
Yes.
standard, baby. So if you have not tuned in, season 3 of Chasing Motherfucking, I mean the whole franchise of Chasing, the first 3 seasons of Chasing Dallas, baby. No shade to Chasing Reality, baby, but the first 3 seasons of Chasing Dallas is goaded. But season
Goated.
3 is just
Goated.
that girl.
Goated.
So
Yeah.
Tony is on par with Ariel. They're
Mm-hmm.
just, I just love like just how badass they are. Just I love Tony. I love Ariel, but no,
Mm-hmm.
A for me for Tony. Like this look right here is just
Agreed.
so
Agreed.
another somebody else who just be putting that shit on, like literally,
Yeah. Yeah.
just putting shit on just to come work with crazy ass niggas. Imagine that,
Yes.
like
She also comes to work. Still comes to work. Still
literally,
comes to
like
work.
listen.
I again, yeah, like I basically, of course, I agree with what you said. I had something to say, but I can't think. Oh, she's one of the few people where I feel like her storyline on the show is like reoccurring. Like she's in ballroom. Like we see her, perform in a ball or compete in a ball. When she invited them all, and then she went to Australia, of course, and then she was at the mayoral ball. So it's just like
Mhm,
I love that reoccurring theme of just like her being an icon and being in ballroom culture. We got to see her house with her kids. I'm sorry. I know Daryl's in the building. Thank you for being here.
yes.
Thank you for supporting us as
Yes,
well.
thank you for being here.
But I do feel like
Jeez, oh baby.
if anybody else would get their own like Trey Howard kind of show, like even if it's for a season, I feel like it could be
Tony.
Tony and like her house and just her advocacy and like all of that.
Mhm,
Even her sitting down with her homegirls at the mayoral ball, like that was tea. Like
mhm,
getting all of their perspectives just on being trans women,
mhm.
prominent trans women, like that would have been great. I could see it.
Yes, that would
Um
be tea. That would be lit.
but yeah, I wanted to highlight Jazzy Goes because I feel like their critiques be on point. Um Tony B minus, gorgeous, funny, can be neutral, funny to be around, engaging, can be wishy washy, very odd with the Afia situation. I wish she would talk about her life, not just the work and activism. Yeah, I feel like she is kind of a private person, especially I think when it comes to like maybe the people that she entertains romantically. Um, I feel like she said she'd be in the house a lot, so I feel like maybe she's just kind of
Hmm.
like a not a loner, but just somebody that like to be in the house and be out out the business.
Homebody.
Business out the street, type shit. So
Hmm.
um, but yeah, A plus from us. We live for her, so yeah. Let's
That's fine.
see. Dom. How we feel about Dom?
Oh, my Gemini
Dom to
brother.
Dom Dom. Dom
You know,
Monique.
Dom had a kind of, in my opinion, I feel like Dom had a up and down season. He started off
Mm-hmm.
strong and then kind of got sucked up into the drama, and I feel like we kind of
Yeah.
lost the
Yeah.
chasing a little bit. But I still stand Dom.
Oh, of course.
If I
Yeah.
had to give him a letter grade, I would say B minus. Um,
Okay.
just because I feel like I'll say it like he kind of got lost with the whole divide, the click shit, but
Yeah.
he does have the talent and the drive um, for the chasing brand. Like he has that like entrepreneur kind of like hustle in him. So I
Mm-hmm.
wish he would just focus on that. I would love to see more of like his personal life, like the
Yeah.
relationship with his mom and
We kind
um
of got a little bit of that.
yes, he did talk about it. But
Mm-hmm.
I hope like next season, kind of stay away from the drama and just kind of focus on like maybe you want to be a housewife. Housewives show like what they have going on. Like, I mean, not saying like I have to be in your home, but maybe like
Mm-hmm.
stay away from the drama. More about you and your man. Like,
Yeah. I can
if
see
I'm on a
that.
show, it's about what me and my nigga got going on. Like, mostly about what I got going on, but
Yeah.
what me and my nigga got going on. So the drama could stay over there. I might be in the drama, but it's just me and my home, baby. So I would like to see
Mm-hmm.
that from Dom because he does give housewife, and he is also kind of like another older member of the middle
Of the
age
group.
member of the group. Yeah, so
Yeah.
baby, it's kind of turn that put on that housewife cap, baby.
I
Show us the house,
agree.
the doggies, what y'all cooking, what y'all making for
Yes.
breakfast, like all of
I feel
that.
like he started strong. Like we said, like most of the people on this show started strong, but I think once the drama started to happen, particularly, of course, the Althea and Nova situation, I don't know. I just didn't really like the way, everybody has their right to their opinion and how they see things, but I didn't agree with the way that he moved in that situation, especially calling Althea a culture vulture. I just felt like that was one not true and just kind of unnecessary.
Hmm.
And then of course like Nova talking about how like, oh, didn't you give her gas money? And it's like, now why does Nova know that? Like that's I don't know. Like and then it's like, oh, but I'm neutral. It's like, no, you're not. Like, no,
Hmm.
you're not. And I mean that it is what it is. Like if you're not neutral, you're not neutral. But I don't know. I didn't really live for that, but like you said, I do live for Dom in general. I think Dom is a sweetheart. He's a key. I do think he means well for the most part, but I feel like there's sometimes he gets caught up in the drama and it's just like,
Hmm.
mm-mm-mm. But anchor wise, I think he did better than some people have done with that title. Um, I think that he tried to get everybody together. It didn't always work out, but I think he tried, he attempted. And yeah, I think I would say I would give him like maybe a B minus, probably a B. Because I mean, he did
Okay.
show, he had the Mutt Gala. He showed people, he talked a lot about, how people groom their dogs. He gave
Hmm.
us like a little tutorial, like, a little workshop situation. I thought that that was cute. So he did kind of make something of this season. So yeah, I think I would give him probably like a B.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much everybody. I think that this season was interesting. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that came through this season. Like I said, we
Yes.
kind of got like a bump up in our viewership. So all I can say is thank y'all for keying and carrying with us, and stay
Yes.
tuned for LA, baby. I'm ready for LA. Let's see what them
Yes.
girls are gonna
Absolutely.
give. Um, we'll see. I don't know. Shout out to Andre, because I do like Andre, and it seems like
Yes, and Trey
he
Howard.
and Trey Howard. I forgot Trey Howard is on that cast, so that's gonna be
Yes.
interesting. That's gonna
Two
be interesting.
fashionistas on the same
Yeah.
season, like
So are
actual
they gonna be friend or
stylists.
foe? That's what I'm wondering.
Now that would be a divide that I'm here to see. Like
Yeah,
actual, not actual Mean Girls, but like a kind of a
a fashion off. Who's
yes,
you
Project
know?
One Way Off.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, designers, or whatever. How you gonna be
Yes.
saying with her loud
Why is she
ass?
screaming at me? Jesus.
Right? Yes,
Yes,
I would
but
love for that. But yes, I'm so excited to review Chasing LA, baby.
mhm,
Hopefully, it's a
mhm.
little bit. I'm still traumatized with that first season. So if
Yeah,
the
the
first
first season
episode
was
gives
crazy, but
anything, like,
hopefully they got their act together.
yeah, I hope
And
so.
King Pain is still on the show, so
I'll live
we
for
gonna
King
see.
Pain, and I'll live
Yes,
for Fly King Eye, baby. I saw
yes,
Fly
yes,
King
yes,
Eye was on the
yes.
ones or two.
Hmm.
So, yes,
We will see. We gonna see what it's given. Also, of course, stay tuned for the reunion for Chasing Atlanta. Um,
yes, looking forward to that
we'll
because
see what that gives. We will have a special guest. Tune in to
hmm
see who that will be.
maybe we should all be
Um,
dressed in red for the review of the
we
Chasing Atlanta
should, we
reunion.
should, we should.
Should be
Dressed
all
in
dressed in
red.
red. No
Because blood
bloodshed.
is about to be spilled. No, I'm just kidding. I'm playing. I'm playing. I hope nobody puts no hands on nobody. Hopefully it was everybody got their issues on the table. Maybe some shade, maybe some reading, but no hands. No, we don't need season 1 and season 2 Chasing Atlanta reunions. No. Lauren England's partner throwing chairs at people and shit. No, we don't need that. We don't need it. But yeah, of course, once again,
Oh
thank you
my
guys for coming
goodness.
through. Jazzy Go said great review. Thank you for saying that, and
Yes,
thank y'all
yes.
for
Thank
being here.
you
We
so
really appreciate
much.
it.
Yes, thank you to everybody who came
Um,
through.
just the fact that we used to key on these shows before we started this, and now it's just like where it's gone is just great. Um, but yeah. Also justice
Yes.
for Alicia. I do be seeing her on Instagram. She is a key. Alicia from season 1 of Chasing LA. But yeah,
Yes.
justice for her.
Alicia Loves.
Yes. Looks down all the time and is a
Hmm.
personality. I wonder,
Yes.
I wonder will they consider bringing her back? Um, but yeah, some of them other girls can stay where they are though. No shade. I don't know what they up to, and I don't care. But some of them other girls from that season, they can stay
Oh,
right
is
where
Hershey
they
back in
are.
season 2? Because we absolutely
Hershey
live
is
Hershey.
back. Yes, we live for
Absolutely love
Hershey.
Mother
Love
Hershey.
Hershey.
Yes.
Hershey is. I think she's sitting up there with Ariel O'Hara Monroe and Tony.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Hershey does her
yes.
shit. Hershey
Sitting up
says she's gonna
there.
do something and she does it. Like I was
Mhm.
quoting that this well, we just met each other.
We
We
just met
just met
each
each other.
other.
I was literally quoting that this morning.
Like, what
Yeah,
the
shout out to
hell?
Mother Hershey McCoy.
Um, Jazzy said they wanted a trans dating show, which I would be here for. I know some people have said in the past that they've wanted to do that, but it's just harder to get. Unfortunately, it's harder to get people that I guess will openly say that they're into trans women. I guess, but um, but yeah, I hope that that comes in the future, for sure. Um, if um, if whatchamacallit can be on, I don't want to say if I think I know. I think you know who I'm gonna say, but if they can be on One More Chance, then maybe we can get a trans dating show.
No
What?
comment. No comment.
No, I'm saying like if because I mean they were in the middle of transitioning. I feel like,
You talk about Chance,
and
you talk about Gina.
I'm talking about China, but she like
No,
transitioned though, right? Like,
right. This is before she transitioned. Or she did the show before she transitioned.
oh, okay, but I feel like on the show she was still like, to me it was given like pre-transition, but like I'm going to transition. Like this
Hmm.
is like I don't know, maybe it was just me, but watching the show I was like, oh, you're eventually going to like
Hmm.
actually physically transition. But her being on the show was very like jokes or whatever. But like just the fact that they allowed a trans person or like a queer person to be on a show like that to me was moving the needle a little bit. So hopefully, we can move it a
Well,
little
you know what
further.
Stormy said about Chance. Not
let's not
Storm.
go
I'm
there.
sorry, Skittles.
Let's not go there. Let's
Skittles.
not do that. Let's not do that. I'm also wondering where TS little Kendra is. Wherever she is, I hope she is doing well,
Right? I hope the baby's
cause
good.
we live for her.
That's the girl right there.
Yeah, love her down.
Yes.
Um, trans men, can't wait to see more. I would like to see some trans men on a show like this, a chasing reality show. I don't think we've ever had a trans man on one of these shows. As far as I definitely on one
The
of these
come up.
shows,
But
yeah,
no, it
but
wasn't chasing, but it was on the come up.
yeah. Are you talking about is his name Jason?
Hmm.
That man is too fine. I'm sorry.
Very handsome.
Um, he is
Very
gorgeous.
handsome.
Him and
Aubrey.
Aubrey, yes.
Gorgeous.
They were a fine ass couple. I'm sorry. Shout out to the
Hmm.
come up in Gemini Films, but yeah, they were gorgeous. But um and Home 818 the trainer. I know that there was somebody on Web Life season 2 that was trans man. You know what I'm talking about? Kind of look like Ken a little bit. And Katie got bands, like a little mix of them.
I do remember there being a trans man on Real Life season
Yeah,
two. I can't remember his name
yeah, yeah. Oh, the trans man was a trainer. Yes, 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 yes. Um, but yeah, uh, Mary, shout out to you. They said, Dominique C plus, he was lost in the clique with Ken and the others. I love his business. I didn't like how he handled the Afia Nova. Made a statement, gay for pay. Nova mentioning Dom giving money. Yeah, I didn't like that either. I thought that was weird. Um, but yeah, definitely shouldn't have, shared that if you're gonna be on both sides, I guess. But
True. I feel like Ken kind
um,
of did the same thing when said he brought the wig and
hmm
outfit for Althea and then told Nova, like, why would you tell her off? No, damn what she gonna throw it in her face.
yeah, and to me, it's just like again, like baby, she don't need it. Every time we see her, she's eating. Like honestly, she's like up there when it comes to fashion. You know, we love to talk about looks and fashion on this
Hmm.
show. She's up there to me. Like her, Noelle, Tony, Dom. I feel like her style is
Facts.
very now. It's very current. It's very like fashion forward. So
I
she
want
ain't need
somebody
it.
to offer me a wig. How come nobody never offers me like a luxurious wig?
What
Like
kind of wig do you want? You want
48 inches middle part.
bust down? Okay, middle part.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Actually, I don't even want a middle part. Just kind of give me the widow's peak and just make the hairline extremely like heavy. I want to give werewolf, Romanian werewolf, baby.
I'm here for it.
Like,
Don't pluck that hairline.
don't,
Yes.
baby. Give me what's the little boy from the Monsters? That's what I want my hairline on my wig
Oh,
to look
okay,
like.
okay.
Very heavy, baby.
I want a bob. I want a
Now,
bob.
when you say Bob,
And I want a bob to come like right here. Just a crispy bob. It could be pink. Pink wig, thick ass,
are
give a
your ends
whiplash.
bumped? Are your ends bumped?
No. No, it's not bumped. It's
Goodness.
not bumped. It's just
Okay.
a good old nasty secretary bob, okay?
My
Yes.
goodness.
That's what I'm here for. But again, thank y'all for the review is over. It's been a crazy season, but we're ready for the reunion. Like I said, definitely feel free to leave a like, comment once
Hey.
this becomes a episode or a video on YouTube. Still trying to get to 1K, still trying to up our production and like how we do things. Uh yeah, still here on StreamYard, giving us the business. Um Jazzy Ghost said, is there anything you guys would like to have seen during the season, such as trip activity interaction? I would have liked to have seen people. That's a good question. First of all, Jazzy Go, thank you for asking that. I would have liked to have seen more people collaborating on projects based around their career path. Like, if you sing and I sing, let's do a song together.
Hmm.
If we beefing, I'm gonna do a diss track and I'm gonna play that shit while the next time we all get together. And you can do a diss track too if you want. But it's stuff like that that I think would have been more interesting and more entertaining. Um, yeah, I would love to have seen just people collaborate. You know, the fashion girlies. There are a lot of fashion girls on this season.
Hmm.
Like, I would have liked to have seen that. I would have liked to have seen more people with their families. I mean, we got some, but I would have liked to have seen more, and also them just doing stuff in Atlanta. Show me what it's like to be in Atlanta. Like we got the Mut Gala, which was great, but I wanted to see more of like what is it like to be in Atlanta in the summer. You know, what events do y'all go to? What do y'all? What's some popping things that y'all do besides go to the club and go out to eat? So that's more so what I wanted to see. Um, but yeah, what would you have wanted to see
More networking. Definitely would have loved to have seen Q Style,
amongst each
Althea,
other,
and Tony.
or
Yeah, amongst each other,
okay?
or just yeah, pretty much amongst each other. Like out working. I mean, I guess connections in general are a plus,
Hmm.
but just learning how to network and coexist as a group with each other. Like y'all talented, let's just work on some shit together. But I really would have loved to have seen Q Style, Althea, or Tony
Yeah,
like link up and like do a photo shoot with them or something. Like I said, I would love to have seen Kendall and Sammy and Noel like link up and do like a track, work on something throughout the season, and
right.
that would have been dope. But yeah, just networking,
Okay,
that would have been dope. Honestly, trips they can't go no goddamn where they can't go to other people's house and act like they got damn sense. Like I would have not wanted to see them take any other vacation.
hmm,
I wasn't even prepared for this goddamn Miami for a Lauderdale trip, but
yeah. I
we
think
were
they should
there.
have done more activities that would get them to bond. Like,
Hmm.
cause I think through like if they had like a joint thing to work on, I feel like that would have been better. Cause now it's like the focus is the project or the focus is whatever they have to do. Even if they did like an obstacle course or something and they had to work together to get, you know, everybody to be on one accord. I feel like that would have been interesting. Now, child, I don't know what they would have
Should
done
they
with
had
that
did like
because
a
you know the conflict is, you know, the girls don't
they should
really
have
know how
did
to do
that
conflict. But
fall test from Mean Girls.
ooh,
Remember when
not
they
on hardwood floor.
on grass, go to a park and do it on grass. But
Okay,
if we really got trust, I won't have to worry about hitting the hardwood floor. So
that's
there's that
true.
element.
That's true.
So
That's
that's
true.
what they should have did. Do
Um,
do a little kind of a gang activity trust test. Like
agreed.
um I don't know what the Kendall tell Tramel, I think you're a talented artist and I don't think you have gingivitis. And then just fall down off the table. I'm sorry. Something like that.
I would have showed up like I just have a lot of feelings. She don't even go here. Like what?
No shade. You know I love a thing, missus, but when nobody's trying to catch baby girl off that damn stage, no way.
No. And then
Literally was not
Gretchen,
trying to catch the
who would be
child.
Gretchen talking shit about everybody, and then the moment she fall back, everybody step back.
Redacted, redacted, literally redacted. You already know.
Oh my god. I
You
can see her
already
now.
know.
Funny, funny, funny.
Goodness.
Jazzy Go said, I wanted to see family interactions, team building activities, yes, that were facilitated by a company or a provider. Also, some kind of philanthropic group activity with kids or animals. Yes, philanthropy would have been nice, and I feel like that would have been maybe something that they could have done
Mhm,
together. That could have like allowed them to bond because they have a common goal now. I don't think there's a common goal on this show. So it's just like if I don't like you, I just don't like you. But it's like sometimes you have to learn how to work with people and understand people even if
mhm,
they're not your cup of tea. And this show
mhm.
doesn't really give them the opportunity to do that on their own. So,
That's what I
um
was kind of saying about Q earlier. Like you have these outbursts here. Like when you, how do you handle conflict at your like 9 to 5? Like
yeah.
I know you're not just like lashing out, screaming. So, like that's
Yeah.
a good point. Like this show kind of doesn't present. I mean, they are adults. So they should know how to have conflict resolution from the jump. So,
Mhm.
but this show kind of doesn't put them in the mindset to where like this is my job almost. Like
Yeah.
they're
And I
in front
some
of the camera.
right. And I sometimes feel like they don't have they don't know what to do, if that makes sense. Like I know people come on the show like I'm a singer, I have these things lined up, but I think when it comes to the group, I wish there was. I guess that's supposed to be the job of an anchor, but like I wish they had somebody to really guide them and be like, okay, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. But I don't think Dom. I don't think it could be Dom or like I don't know how to put this. I don't know if it could be Dom or somebody that's literally on the show because then they might be like, well, you on the show just like me. Who are you to tell me what to do? But it
Hmm.
would be interesting, like if maybe like halfway through the season or part of the season, they have somebody come in and say, this is a project. Let's work together. You know, kind of like host a project or something. Whether it's an event, it's a video project, it's a fundraiser, something. I think that would be really cool. Um,
That
but
would be
yeah,
dope.
I would love to see more of that. But I know as this show goes on, they get better and better. They do more and more. So shout out to production, Jamar 84, JT,
Hey.
not the girl JT, but the producer JT, Miss Mamas. Um, but yeah, shout out to them. Of course, shout out to Endario, and yeah, the cast. Is there anything else you want to say before we peel out of here on
I
the
want to
season
shout out and
finale?
thank everybody who came through on this good
Mm-hmm.
Saturday. I'm sorry, Sunday. Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the people who are gonna watch this on the playback. Like, comment, subscribe, share.
Mm-hmm.
We will see you guys in the next one. Really looking forward to the reunion, baby. See what this reunion is giving. So everybody stay safe out there. Enjoy the last day of your weekend.
Yes, yes,
And
yes,
we'll see you
yes.
guys in the next one.
All right. Key and Carry, I'm Damon.
I'm Troy.
And we will see y'all in the next one. Peace. Have a good week,
Peace.
everybody.